So there was some discussion about changing that name, I believe. But while you were there, Ada Owland and Eleander gave you your first official task while under their employ. After reviewing the documents that you had returned to them from the ship, as well as the stash of weapons and arms that were found there, and the reports you gave of lizard folk, they did some more investigating on their own while you all went on your little adventure into the forest, fighting gnolls and having encounters with the elves and bandits. They determined that the evidence suggested that there was a colony of lizard folk living on a promontory several miles along the shoreline away from Salt Marsh. And the weapons indicated that they were preparing for war in some way. This concerned the council greatly, and they wanted more information. They hired you with a promise of 700 gold pieces for successful completion of the mission to go into the Hool Marshes, following the coast to this layer of lizard folk to basically do a reconnaissance mission, to reconnoiter the area, to determine how many lizard folk there are, what their intentions are, etc., etc. You were impressed upon by Ada Owland in this, not to go in necessarily with hostile intent, because they didn't want to unnecessarily provoke a potential army of lizard folk for no reason, but rather the opposite, wanting you to gain information, if at all possible, and determine what they're doing, why they're amassing arms, and what's going on in the marshes nearby Salt Marsh. With that, you all decided to hoof it, basically, across the shoreline, heading towards the Hool Marshes. Along your way, you encountered a strange gnomish wizard by the name of Fizz Litkin, who was rather eccentric and searching for some spell components in the bodies and organs of fish. After helping him find some of them, he gifted Myra with a magical item, an immovable rod, which she now possesses.
Real quick, sorry, can you repeat that wizard's name one more time?
His name was Fizz Litkin.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And after this encounter with Fizz, you found yourselves on the edge of the Hool Marshes themselves, still following the coastline toward the promontory where this lizard folk lair presumably lies. You made camp there, and in the early hours of the morning of the last watch, I believe it was Varys on watch, or who was on watch? Was it Varys or Myra? I can't remember. Whoever was on last watch noticed some movement in the reeds around the marshy areas you were camped nearby. Woke the rest of the party, and you began pursuing something in the bushes and through the murky waters of the Hool Marshes themselves. As you followed the tracks through the marsh, those in the front fell victim to a pit of quicksand, which nearly engulfed and swallowed Varys and Ashari, and I think Myra was in there for a little bit as well, but through some fast thinking, use of your new magical immovable rod to create an anchor point in the middle of the air, you were able to pull each other out of the quicksand and avoid a rather ignominious death by suffocation.
That's all I have.
You continued following the tracks, at which point you actually caught up and saw these frog-like creatures jumping away. But as you sought to follow them further, you were suddenly ambushed by a bunch of frogmen who jumped out of the waters from either side and sought to stab you multiple times with their little spears. A battle ensued, and you saw a large group of other bullywugs, these frog people, who were just kind of watching and chanting with strange croaking noises. Croak, croak, and just pounding their little sticks and shields on the ground and watching this battle ensue without joining in for whatever reason. And that is where we pick up. You are currently in the middle of this battle with several of these bullywug warriors who have jumped out of the waters to poke you with their spears, and that's where we're gonna jump right in.
Also, they attacked us first, so they are definitely not friendly.
This is true. They did attack.
Noted.
Yeah, we're
We
not
will
at fault
forward.
here for once.
So did that all make sense for you there?
Yes.
Okay, so
Thank
that's what
you.
happened. That's what happened last time, and that's why you're in the swamp. Okay.
I was just kind of curious as to why I was surrounded by frogs, but it
Mm-hmm.
answered it.
Completely understandable. Now let's see here. Here we go. Let's put that there. All right. We got battle music.
I like it.
Okay. And we're going to jump right back into things. At the top of the initiative order here, right where we left off, I believe it was Dimitri's turn.
Yeesh.
So, Dimitri, you stand having vanquished several of these bullywugs. I believe in your last turn, you had crackled forth with a mighty thunder wave, pushing back and I think even killing one of the bullywugs in the process. What are you doing now?
All right, I'm gonna rush up and try to slash this one.
All right.
Get
Give me an attack
some
roll.
aggro's off of our barbarian here. Let's see.
Am I raging?
You are raging.
Yeesh.
I believe we've gone through 2 rounds of combat before, so you're 2 rounds into your rage. Okay.
Okay, I just needed to know where I'm at. I
Awesome.
haven't lost any hit points yet.
No, I believe they have. No, actually, you did. You did take a few hits. You are currently at 18 hit points.
Okay.
You are currently at 18 hit points. And Dimitri, your longsword slash definitely hits with a 25.
Taste my blade of shadows.
5 slashing damage. How do you kill the bullywug in front of you?
I'll just cut in, like, kind of a Zorro type thing, but trying to make a D on his back. It's like, and then I'll turn
All right.
around and sheath my sword and just be like, looked like he croaked.
I love it. Fantastic. Wonderful. I would have given you inspiration, but you already have it. He falls to the ground dead with the D shape in his back, just as you described. Lets out a little croak and falls flat right in front of Ashari. Next up, Gardane, our dwarven warrior cleric. What are you doing, sir? You've got one right behind you.
One more question.
Sure.
Is my shield out?
No, your shield is not.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
You were swinging two-handed.
Okay.
I'm
Perfect.
gonna swing two-handed at the one beside me.
Did you already have your shield out last time?
No, I never had my shield up.
Okay, cool. Just going for consistency there. You rolled a 16, which will definitely hit. The little frogman tries to bat it away with his little shield, but it kind of crumples under the weight of your blow. You deal 3 bludgeoning damage to him, and he lets out another little croak. He's still standing, though. Anything else?
I will, as a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon.
Fantastic. All right, what shape does your spiritual weapon take?
This time it's gonna be a trident, since we're fighting frogs and we're going frog gigging.
All right. There's a little trident. It's really ugly. Where do you want it?
Just right below, just right here.
All right. So this spectral trident just forms in the air, shimmering, somewhat translucent, as you say this prayer to your god, and it appears right before this bullywug. And I assume you're making an attack with it. You rolled
Yes.
a 14 with the spiritual weapon. That is just under his armor class of 15, so you miss. The spiritual weapon slams down into the muddy water with a splash right next to its feet, barely missing him, but no damage dealt. Alrighty. Unless you're gonna move, that'll be Varys' turn.
Nah, I'm done.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna move over here and swing my sword at this guy. Oops, I gotta get my sword stuff.
Fantastic. Give me an attack roll.
It's there.
Good.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Nice.
11
Nice.
slashing damage as you cut into him with a sound, solid strike. How do you kill this bullywug before you?
I am right through his teeth, kind of like the things that you put in the horse's mouth, the bits.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So you bring your
Right
sword up
through.
around your head, and he opens his mouth in surprise because he didn't quite see the strike coming. And as his jaw opens, your sword slaps right into it, and it cuts deeply, almost taking off the top of his head, but not quite, as he falls to the ground in a crumpled heap.
Nice.
Anything else?
No, that's good.
Alrighty. Okay, this one bullywug here right next to you, Ashari, hasn't quite given up, and he lets out a battle croak and tries to poke you with his spear. Alright, he's going to make a spear attack and a bite attack.
Stupid.
And
Keep those
with the
bites.
spear, he only rolls an 11, which is not going to do anything, but as he swings it, you step to one side, which gives him just the right angle to come in with a chomp with his froggy face. Rolled a 20 on that for 5 bludgeoning damage, which will be halved due to your rage. So you'll take 2. Okay. Next up, Myra.
Okay, so I am going
Hey.
to
Huh?
move right over here.
Probably on the
Aim
bed
at
in
this
there.
little froggy,
You can get that chair if you want.
and do a fireball.
Alrighty. You start saying the arcane words, and you blast out the fire from your hand. Let's see that attack roll. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Ooh,
That definitely hits. Yeah, okay, so 8 fire damage comes crashing into this thing. A resounding hit that almost knocks him off of his feet. But he's still standing. Looking pretty rough, though. A little singed in his amphibious skin. Anything else?
I don't have speakers.
No,
I don't have speakers, so.
Okay, that bullywug is dead. Meepo lets out a little cry, puts another rock in his little sling, and throws it at the last standing bullywug here.
So yeah, this is the roll 20 here.
That was your aim.
So he's got a map up, and like this is our characters.
He rolls an 11,
Huh?
which just clinks off of the shield.
I think he
of
just
the
pulled it
bullywug.
off the
No
website.
damage dealt.
Roll 20.
Meepo looks very
Here.
depressed.
It's got all the spells
Ashari, it's your turn.
and all the like
I'm
tokens
gonna
and
swing
stuff
two-handed
inside.
at the frog.
Okay, see it.
And then has all the turn order initiative and stuff here. And then we
Okay,
just
I
do
hit
all
the
this
button.
through Facebook
Hi.
video.
Give it a second. If it doesn't come up, try it again.
16.
Hey, there we go. That hits for sure.
Should we go with the 16? It rolled it twice, so all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
the 16. The 16 is good. Click the long sword under 16 to roll the damage.
I'm this guy right
Why are
here.
you so slow?
This one. I'm a dwarf cleric. Yep.
One day.
See, this is my
roll the damage. Maybe if I
my
try.
spectral
Maybe-
weapon trident.
You
I'm
click it.
frog gigging with.
All right. Yeah, 9 slashing and 2 for your rage. That's 11 points of damage, more than enough to end this bullywug's life. Go ahead and tell me how you destroy this one.
I cleave it in two.
I think somebody
This is what I've
accidentally
had to
just
take.
because you can
Which
like
way?
freehand on here.
I just
I think
Yeah.
somebody
Way or
accidentally
this-
just
okay.
did it.
straight down.
Yeah.
Straight
Yeah,
down.
you-
You can cleave him.
We don't really have
You
one
don't
right now.
quite get him
So our
split
last
in half, but,
section
like,
we
you
were
split
like
his
trumping
head
through
in
the
half,
swamp, and
it
then
falls
these
to either
we
side there, and he
Yeah.
came
crumples.
upon
After
these
all, I
frogs
keep
and
the
they
head
started
cleaved and
attacking
roll
us.
the neck.
Okay.
And
All right. So as
this is
this
like a
bullywug
chief
falls
frog,
to
and
the ground
he
in
sent
a
like
crumpled
some at us attacking
the
us,
last
but
of
the rest of them are
combatants
just
who
kind of
seem to be
hanging out
engaging you
back there.
directly. The chanting from this other large group of bullywugs sort of quiets down. and you see several of these bullywugs up here at the front. Move forward a little bit. Just a little bit. They don't come at you directly quite yet, but the one in the front seems to he has sort of like a somewhat nicer shield and a slightly nicer looking pointy stick spear, and he sort of comes and he puffs up his froggy little chest, and he sort of beats
he is.
his spear hand up against his chest. He turns behind him and looks towards what appears to be the most nicely dressed of the bullywugs, this one right here. And he turns to this other bullywug and he sort of croaks at him. And then he points his spear towards all of you as his fellow bullywugs to the side here join him in battle, and they jump across the water to engage you. He seemed to be trying to impress this other bullywug on the side here. So I'm going to add them to the initiative order here real quick. Continue.
Yeah, he doesn't really have them out here. Because I guess I don't really have them tamed enough to use in combat. So, and it's like the size of Brindy here. Yeah, but like he can't really talk or anything. So, I mean.
So our music stopped because I forgot to put it on repeat. There we go.
I don't even know where my. Oh, they're over there. I could hook those up if you want. If you want to slide those over here, and plug those in.
So, I'm gonna roll some initiative rolls for these guys.
So you can hear what's going on. Look out, Brindy. No, it's the whole thing's connected as one unit.
Okay. So.
Let's see if I can. Oh, you can just set them here or whatever. I'm just gonna unplug them after this, so I don't use them.
We just left off on the Shark's turn. So pick up there at the end of the Shark's turn. So one of these bullywugs gets to go next. Some right.
Can I step over real fast?
Sure, you still have your movement. Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna step over. I'm gonna like step over, just like one over, so that we're a little bit clustered together, so I can front of them.
What's up, Brindy?
Okay, definitely. 100%. Here we go. So this guy here, he does a standing leap using his frog-like legs, and he literally jumps from here behind you all and engages Varys from behind. Just jumps right over your head and lands with a crash. And he tries to stab Varys with his little pokey stick.
I'm gonna click the dislike button.
So he rolls it. Let's see here. So with his spear, he rolls a 16. What's your armor class?
18.
Okay. Alrighty. So that clinks off of your.
Well, does his bite weapon?
An 11. Fantastic. Perfect. So no damage, even though he catches you a little bit by surprise time like that.
My mic will still work here.
Next up,
Now you can hear it at least, though.
leader of this new battalion steps forward and assaults
What?
Dimitri.
That's fucking stupid. I can't stand that shit.
All right.
Can't watch my game because of that shit. That shit pisses me off.
With a seer attack.
Right.
He misses
Like,
terribly.
it's in Utah though. Like, it's the
Clinks
Utah
off the
Jazz.
side
Like,
of your armor does absolutely nothing to you there.
maybe it is. I
And
don't find
stands
it.
there kind of defiantly looking at you, but no damage dealt. Dimitri, it is your turn. What is your rebuttal?
Let the horse come. You are nothing but a stepping stone for my ascension. And then I'll swing my sword at him.
All right. A 19 will hit.
Okay.
That's Meepo. He's like his little like follower. No.
10 damage. All right.
Good
Yeah.
hit.
He's like a little dragonkin thing.
Alrighty. Next up
He was part of
is
the
this bullywug here, who's going to crowd up here on Dimitri as well, and is going to let out a croak, and is going to spear and bite you. Rolls a 15 on the bite, and a 19 on the spear, dealing 3
Oops.
piercing damage as he catches you a little off guard as you're more focused on his leader.
Spirit, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Alright, Gardane, you're up, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, alright. Which one's the leader?
Yes. Way up here,
Okay.
behind your friends.
So I'm gonna two-handed attack the one that's right beside me.
Alrighty. So you still have your shield.
No,
you don't.
yeah, I'm not wearing it. It's on my back.
Okay. Fantastic. So you swing down. 21 to hit will definitely strike this bullywug. Go ahead and roll damage. 5 bludgeoning damage. Cracks him upside the head soundly. Still standing.
And then I'm gonna command my spectral weapon to attack the leader.
Okay, so you can move your spectral weapon up to what? How many feet?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Let me look.
20 feet.
20 feet? Okay, so you can definitely make that then. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep, so you can move it right there and make an attack with the spiritual weapon.
Dang it.
Okay, 21 will hit. Roll damage.
Combination attack.
7 force damage as he is smacked with the trident. Alrighty. Varys, you're up.
As I see this frog jump over me and try to attack me, I'm gonna swing my sword.
I see your
Where's my
sword.
parrot? My
Where's
sword.
mine?
Oh, sorry, I hit it twice.
We'll go with the first
12.
one. That was a
Yeah.
12, which unfortunately misses. He ducks underneath it with his little
I hate
leather
this TV.
shield up over his head.
It's
Anything
pretty
else,
old,
Varys?
so it, oh,
Nah,
What was
I
that?
don't want to go attack.
Myra, you're up. You there, Jessica? Hello? There you are.
Yes, I'm just having a hard time trying
It's
to
okay.
figure out the mute.
Pretty.
Sorry. As I was saying though, I am going to.
how's your day been?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna
Well, that's
stay
good.
where I am. I'm gonna cast firebolt on this guy here.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
I
and
mean,
do
I
that.
pretty much just slept and played games is all I did, so. Huh?
Still more productive than I am.
Is that chair comfy?
Alright,
I haven't
it's
said
gonna
it
hit.
in-
23 will
There's
hit.
there's pizza down, huh?
Firebolt.
Trying to steal it.
2
Oh.
damage. Strike it to the
Under the
bullywug.
table, yeah.
Okay. And
There's pizza downstairs if you want some.
myself as well.
Okay.
There's also in the microwave. There's some like chicken wings and like potato slider things. Yeah. You're
Neo!
welcome. Oh, I got some Dr
Jones
Pepper
is
here
gonna try
too
to
if
hit
you
this
want some.
guy over here.
Huh?
I run a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
You can do better this time. I believe you, buddy.
Yeah, I got a. Well, while I was playing, Mom and Joe
Rolled a
ordered me
9.
pizza and
No.
everything, and ordered me one of these. So.
Hits the water before the bullywug's feet.
Just drinking it out of the bottle.
Okay.
Yep. No, I got a cup here.
This bullywug here is going to rush
Let's
up
see if it's
and
playing
is
on
going
this
to,
channel.
Take an attack here on the shark. Got a bite and a spear. Rolls a 16 on the bite for 5 bludgeoning, reduced to 2, and a 20 for the spear for 3 piercing, reduced to 1.
Man, it's fucking lame. How's the Utah Jazz not playing in Utah?
Shark, it is your turn.
You shouldn't have to have cable, like have like the rabbit ears.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay at the one in front
You
of
should be
me.
able to watch it if you live.
All right.
Two-handed.
Well, I should be able to watch whatever fucking sports I want to watch. Like,
I agree. I agree.
it shouldn't be this stupid region contracts and shit, like the
Not
Utah
all
Jazz. I can't watch the Utah Jazz in Utah.
Right.
I can probably roll it.
Even when I violate
Well, that's so
on that
funny.
page,
Yeah, it's stupid.
20 to
I
20.
can't watch them play.
So that's good.
Really on my side.
Colorado, I can't watch them play.
Oh, it hasn't even shown on that.
Right.
Never mind, that was a different
It's
roll.
stupid.
Yeah, it's a natural. I don't natural.
Ah, here we go.
Natural one.
Okay.
Good.
I'll trust you on it, even though it's not showing up. Has anybody else seen her roll?
No.
No.
It's
I trust you. I do. I just don't know why roll 20 isn't showing it to us.
No. So
Go ahead
we
and roll
we
the
like
dice.
we click things.
Like I
Like
said, I believe you.
you.
When you're clicking your weapon, that's what
I do.
Yeah.
believe you.
So
just
when
don't know
when
why
I
roll
click
20
this,
isn't
it
showing
it showed up
Go
right
ahead
here.
and roll the
Yeah.
damage.
And that was my roll. Yeah.
He's like, oh, you rolled
The
this way.
connection to my server is interrupted. Anything you do
Right.
now will attempt to send when you get back online.
Nice.
Apparently, I got kicked off.
Was that
But it will
the big boy?
6.3 plus
Who is
2
it? Oh, it is him.
9, 10, 11.
11.
And I'm gonna restart.
Oh, they got like.
All right.
I'm gonna
No
restart
worries.
my connection.
All right, so you slash into this one here in front of you with the spiritual trident flying over his head, and he takes that hit. He's looking pretty rough. Okay. Alrighty. So next up is the bullywug that jumped behind Varys. He's going to try.
I think we
and
just
see where
drafted
he gets
him.
Varys.
That guy.
He hasn't given up quite yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
A bite
Oh, he got
and a
stuffed.
spear. 12 on the bite, so that misses, but you rolled a 20 for his spear attack, dealing 3 piercing as he gets right under the chink of one of your armor pieces. Okay. And that will be the end of his turn. Next up, their leader.
I don't know who's been attacking now.
Croaker, as he is called. So he suddenly.
Well, right now
he sort of takes
we're
his weapons to his
investigating
side and starts
some
letting out
lizard
a
people.
song of croaky
We're on
glory.
one of the
Just,
ships.
"Gar-pat,
And
gar-pat." He's
yeah,
just like,
and so the city council that we're now contracted to like
and as he does so,
do quests for and
each
stuff.
of you,
We're on like
all of you,
retainer.
'cause you're all
Um,
yep,
have tasked us with
a wisdom
learning
saving
more
throw.
about the lizard folks.
Oh no.
Okay. And then you want to just roll like a real die for me and tell me what you get? I can't hear you right now, though, by the way.
So did you get some good naps in?
Sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot I muted myself.
How was his work
I
last
don't know
night?
my modifier. I think it's like.
Uh,
Which I'm fine.
your modifier is...
Right.
1 second, I got it.
I
Right.
can't get my page to open up. It's so
I got
low.
there.
Your wisdom modifier is...
Cause what?
Our, we
So
have
just a
very
straight
shitty
roll.
leadership. Our boss,
11.
the house supervisor.
11.
sucks.
Okay, so that's not going to cut
She was
it.
stabbed
You all failed to
by
save
the
for Gardain.
They're like, well, just turn it
Gardain,
out
you
later.
needed to get a 12, and that's exactly what you got. So you're safe.
And they take
Well, not
out the
entirely.
person I'm supposed to work with and put them on the floor.
Yeah.
You take half damage, Gardain. So,
Shit.
Somebody, you know,
here is going to be...
try to eat.
Yeah.
You know, there's a problem. You knew it way ahead of time. You could have fixed it.
Right.
Easy was the easy fix.
Okay, so
We'll deal with it tomorrow. So I just wasted a bunch of people's time.
Yeah.
People don't get to leave.
roll 20 seems
Work
low,
on
too.
time because they have to give reports.
Okay, so each of you, except for Gardain, are going to take 9 psychic damage as the song just rings through your ears and it makes you cringe and cower before this creature. Gardain, you're going to take half as much, so you'll take 4.
Whew.
How y'all doing on hit points?
I am looking pretty
Down
rough.
6.
I'm going to need a heal,
I've got like
or I'm
50
going
hit
to
points.
die.
All right, I got a plan.
Okay, so he ends his song.
So I have
Also, just
This right
as a
here.
note, you who failed your save, so everybody but Gardain, you have disadvantage on your Constitution saving throws until the end of his next turn. So if you have to make a Constitution save, just remember that. Okay. But that is going to end his turn. That was his action. So we'll move on to Dimitri.
Right?
It's my turn now. I'm gonna.
He's funny.
Let's see. What do I want to do?
He's named our group the Scions of Darkness, and I'm like, but I'm a
I'm
life
going
cleric.
to cast Booming Blade, which is just going to be a normal weapon.
I'm like, whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
There's always one. There's always one person.
All right. So a 10 is not going to hit, unfortunately. He steps to the side of your attack. No damage still.
Right, then this guy goes.
Alrighty.
So this guy
Next
goes,
up
and then
is
me.
this Bullywug right next to you, and it is going to just try to maul you again. Same thing as last time. A bite and a spear attack come your way. Okay, the bite is a 22 for 3 bludgeoning damage as he sort of grabs onto your shoulder with his jaws and clamps down really hard. The spear, however, clinks off to the side of your armor. He only rolled a 5 there. His turn ends, and it is Gardain the dwarf's turn.
I am gonna take out
Gardain.
my holy symbol, and then I am gonna raise it in the air, and I'm gonna shout, "Preserve life!" and cast my channel divinity, which heals up to I think 15 points, split among the party.
Yes. Excellent. Awesome. Okay, so Channel Divinity, Preserve Life. You can use your Channel Divinity to heal the badly injured. As an action, you present your holy symbol, evoke healing energy that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level, and you're currently level 3, so up to 15. Choose any creatures within 30 feet, you divide them among them. Can't bring a creature above half its maximum hit points, though. Okay, so who do you want to give hit points to?
Okay, I will give 5 to myself.
Okay, fantastic.
And
That
then
doesn't bring you above half, though, right?
who else is pretty low?
That didn't bring
I'm
you
gonna
above
be okay
half,
if I survive.
right?
No, it didn't.
Okay, cool. So
I'm
go
I
ahead.
have 4 hit points.
Okay, I will send 5 to her.
Okay, 5 to Mariah.
I wouldn't do it on me since
Myra?
I don't. The max I can heal is
I
probably
have
like 2.
13.
Okay, and then I guess 5
And
to
then-
Ashari.
No, to Ferris, because I think he was low.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So Varys, Gardain, and Myra, you each gain 5 hit points, unless that brings you above
Myra
half.
or me?
Ashari,
Oh,
not
Ashari.
Myra. Sorry.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
good
So
with it. I'm fine.
Varys, what's your max hit points?
27.
And what did that heal bring you to?
11.
Okay, so you're good. Fantastic. And that didn't bring you above half either, did it, Ashari? No? Okay. All right, so
Not
you
even
guys
close.
feel this cool healing energy as your friend raises his holy symbol and the power of his god courses through you, binding up some of your wounds. Okay.
And
Well
then
done,
and then I'll have my spectral weapon attack, the one that it's above, I guess.
Yes, because that is a bonus action. Fantastic. $21 will hit. Roll the damage. 5 force damage. Awesome. Alrighty. Varys.
Can lay on hands work for multiple people, or is it just what I heal?
So it is an
one
action.
person.
Means you got to choose one person and you have to touch them.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll do lay on hands on myself then.
All right, fantastic. You lay your hand on your
That'll
chest,
be
invoking divine power. You're going to regain 15 hit points.
Yeah.
All right, you
5
use up
times
all
my
of it.
level.
Okay, so you don't have to use all of it. You can, use it as a pool. But if you want to regain all of it, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you regain 15 hit points as a surge of healing energy flows through your body. Anything else for you, Ferris?
No, that's it.
Okay, Myra, you're up.
All right. I'm going to firebolt this guy right here.
All right, give me that attack.
Yeah, plays. Do you want to use this one or you good?
Okay, so that's an 8, which unfortunately misses. Strikes the ground in the dirt and mud next to it.
Fizzles out.
Anything else?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I went.
Meepo,
Yeah, I did a bunch
gonna
of
just take
healing
a
and,
step back
and
and he's
attacked.
gonna make another swing with
Preserve
his
life!
swing here, hoping to help out. Meepo is helping! Rolls a 17, dealing 6 bludgeoning damage to the bullywug, smacking him upside the head with a rock.
Dang, that was more than my trident did.
Meepo, go. Proud of that little guy.
Yay! Good job, Meepo.
Toss a coin to
Alright,
your
next
witcher,
up,
oh
this
valley
bullywug
of
here is gonna
plenty.
continue his assault on Ashari.
What's weird is I have a high wisdom like modifier,
Bite and poke.
and I always roll low on
Okay,
initiative.
the bite is a 5, dealing no damage.
Oh, I have 0,
Misses.
and that's why
The
I don't have
spear,
a
however,
modifier
comes
for my
in with a
initiative.
21 for
I like
7
always
piercing
roll
damage,
low on my
reduced to
initiative for
3
some
for
reason.
three.
It's weird.
Well, I usually roll straight no matter what.
Yeah. I got a bag of dice back here too.
Okay, it is
See?
Ashari's turn.
Pretty nice.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I got some.
hopefully kill him with another thing.
I got some metal ones.
I was gonna bring it the one that keeps
I love
attacking
my
me now.
character. It was a different set of dice.
Nope.
That's a 9.
Yeah.
Taken a little bit off guard by his attack and the pain that it dealt to you, even in your raged state. You're a little bit off balance and your swing goes wide.
Yes.
Bullywug-
Some of these are
Bullywug
like
here is
plastic,
gonna-
and some of them are
He
metal.
tried to skewer
The black and
little
red ones.
bears. Sorry.
Yeah,
Mr.
see,
Bear.
this one's metal too.
The heavy one.
Yeah, I
A
do too.
bite and a spear.
And then I bought
Gives you
these.
like even like extra.
14
Yeah.
on the bite misses.
I got
but
these because my
a
cousins were
20
wanting to
on
get
his
into
shield
playing, and then
hits you once again for 3 piercing
and then they
damage.
just have it.
As he lets out a croak in your face. Their leader, the Bullywug Croaker, he sees that he and some of his fellows aren't looking super great, so he's going to continue his song
Oh,
as
shit.
he did last time. And Glarpat, 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 and he just sings out this strange froggy melody.
Uh-oh, that must have been one of the metal ones.
Not being very helpful.
I'm dead.
That is a fail. That is a success, and a
It
success.
seemed like the metal one.
Okay, so for Colby and Mariah, you
Uh-huh.
guys fail. You'll take full damage. The rest of you will take half.
They were expensive too.
Potentially.
Oh, I don't have money you can spend on this.
Let's see how he rolls. He could roll 2 ones unless you have 2 hit points left.
Kind of sad.
I got 6.
He's gonna roll 2d8. We'll see what he gets. He rolls 12 with psychic damage, so yes, Ashari falls to the ground, grabbing her head as the song echoes through her brain, dealing 12 psychic damage, and she crumples in a heap. The rest of you, Colby, you also, Dimitri's gonna take 12 psychic damage. The rest of you will take 6 psychic damage. Okay?
I met one.
Wait, Dimitri, you're at 1?
I met one.
Oh my gosh.
We're all gonna die.
Okay, Dimitri, it
My
is your
frog.
turn.
You've angered me. All right. Let's see. I'm going to dump an inspiration point for this.
Alrighty. You'll get advantage on the attack.
Okay. Black Hand of Chaos, and I'll cast inflict wounds on him.
All right, with advantage, that's a 20, which will definitely hit. I assume you're targeting the leader?
Yep.
Okay, alrighty.
She's
here.
down, so I gotta.
On a hit, target takes 3d10 necrotic damage. All right, go in and roll the damage there.
Ah.
11 necrotic damage courses through his body. You see, as part of his flesh kind of necrotizes right in front of you, and he kind of cowers back and lets out a croak. It sort of interrupts his song for just a little bit. But yeah, he is still standing. Next up is this bullywug here, and sorry, Dimitri, he's coming for you. So he goes for a bite and a spear, but he rolls a 5 and a 6 respectively. You manage to dance and weave your way around his bite and his spear, like a freaking you do the worm basically.
Beautiful.
Wow, I thought he was gonna get you. Okay, Gardane, you're up. You see your friend, the barbarian sea elf, has fallen to the ground, and Dimitri is not looking super hot either. What are you gonna do, sir?
I am going to disengage and move to
Okay.
here.
All right.
And then I will
You don't have to
cast.
disengage to move there, do you?
Yeah, you wouldn't have. If you're only moving there, you don't need to disengage.
Oh, okay. All right.
Also, just for future reference, disengaging is an action. So if you do that, you wouldn't be able to attack afterward. just
Okay.
So that you know.
Good to go.
Okay.
Well, since I don't have to disengage,
Mhm.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on Dimitri.
Alrighty.
That's what I'm talking about.
I
Surge of healing.
am going to cast it as a level 2 spell, though.
Fantastic. All right, so you say a prayer and you lay your hand on Dimitri's back as he's facing off with these bullywugs, and 8 points of healing are coursed into his body as some of his wounds heal up. You're feeling a little better, Dimitri.
Dang.
Alrighty, and
My
that'll be your
thanks.
turn, or are you gonna? You can still do something with your spiritual weapon if you want.
Well, it's 16 healing. It's 2d8 when I cast
Well,
it as a
okay.
level 2 spell.
Okay, so there is a way in Roll20 for it to roll it as a second level for you. All I want you to do is roll another actual D8. We don't double the.
Oh, I rolled it as a level 2 spell. So
It
is
only
it?
rolled it as a level 1 for whatever reason here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it just did a D8 plus 3. So just roll one more D8, and we'll add that to the 8
Okay.
already there. So, yeah, so 6 more.
Freaking
Awesome.
beautiful.
Fantastic. That's really good.
I am out
So
of level
that's
2
it.
spells though.
That's
And then
14 total.
the trident will attack the one that's above him again.
Okay, it stabs directly down towards the bullywug's head. Make the attack. 16 hits. Roll damage.
Where is she? I thought she was.
9 force damage. How do you want to kill it?
She and your
The trident is gonna come down from the sky and it's gonna pierce through its head and pin it to the ground.
That's exactly what happens. A little splash of mud and water goes where as its face gets pummeled.
And
into
you
the
see his
ground.
legs just kind of
Here's the
flop up
trident.
above him.
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's precisely what happens. I love it. Well done, sir. One down. Okay, Varys. You're up, sir. I'll move the body of this bullywug out of the way.
Now, on my next turn, if I'm alive,
Let's
spare the dying.
Serious.
Well, she's unconscious.
Oh.
So, basically it just
Yes,
means
Dimitri just got a nice.
she doesn't have to do any more death saving throws. She'll still be unconscious, but she doesn't have to do death
Is
saving
there a
throws.
limit
Yeah.
on the lay on of hands I can do?
So you only get 15 hit points, like 5 times your level, which is 3, so 15, and that's your pool. That's why I said before that you didn't need.
Oh, it
to
doesn't
roll.
replenish until a large rest.
Yeah, you gotta take a long rest, and then you'll get those 15 back.
That's okay. I lost all 15 of those, so
Okay.
it was one.
And I do believe that you have healing spells, don't you?
I do.
As,
Yeah.
So, and I don't think you've used any of your spell slots yet.
No.
No, all that stuff's foreign.
You got questions on it, or you want help? with
Oh,
the
like-
spells, just let me know.
Yeah, the stadium.
Does anybody need any help?
So Ashari is dead. She's unconscious on the ground.
I'm dying.
So she can't be saved with what I have. Then.
No, she can't.
You can heal me. I can stand back up. I haven't failed any death saves yet.
Oh,
She's
okay.
still
Glad-
she's still
That's where I'm
breathing,
at.
but she's bleeding out currently. So you can still heal her.
All right.
She isn't dead yet.
Yeah, so I'll run over and heal her at my level 2.
All right. So it should ask you to do it at a level 2.
Oh, cure wounds.
Yeah, it didn't.
It looks like it still only rolled 1.
Yeah, roll another d8. Just go /R.
See, I think what it's doing is
Okay,
It
so
is
9
rolling
plus
2,
6,
3 and
it's gonna
9.
be 15 points of healing
Is what
surges
it's
into
doing.
Ishari. Your rage has dropped though currently because
That's
of
what
what
it's
happened.
doing. He's not looking at it right.
All right.
You
Also,
gotta add
you are
these together.
currently prone.
Prone. Yep.
So we will. This one will be prone,
He ended up
and
losing
we'll get rid of.
3 health there because
So
instead of the
you are
9, he gave him a
conscious with 15
6.
hit points, but you are prone on the ground. Okay. And Varys, is that going to be the end of your turn?
I can't attack, right? Because I did a spell.
I think he's
Yeah,
looking
that
at
was
it
your
wrong.
action to
Okay.
make your move.
Because he's saying it's only
Unless you have
he
something
did
you
it
can
as
do
a
with
level
bonus
2
action,
spell,
which I don't think
but
you
he's saying it only did it as a level 1, but it says higher level cast.
Okay.
And then
What's the one that was singing?
so that's the extra one.
The leader.
This
up
is
here
the
is
first
this
one,
guy.
and this is the extra one.
That guy?
I think that's the way I see it.
He.
One by the trident?
So I'm gonna run up. How far is that? Can I run that far? Sorry, let me just check it.
He
Yeah.
he's gotten a lot of extra food today.
So I'm gonna just
You little
run
beggar.
up here.
Alrighty.
Breaking that one. I'm going to try to attack that one that's been singing. With a firebolt.
Ooh, good defense.
Okay. Let's see here.
Ow.
He rolled a 15.
Yeah, he's pretty
which is
gentle.
Exactly his armor class. That hits. Roll the damage. 8 fire damage. Burns and singes his rubbery flesh. He is looking rough. He kind of staggers a bit at the hit. And he looks over to you and kind of gives you a dirty look. He is not looking good.
Okay.
Anything else?
I am going to use my second wind.
That's right. You're a fighter. I forgot. Okay. Cool. All right. So you sort of pull within your inner strength to gain 7 hit points back. So go ahead and add that to your health there.
So it says it's a 1d10 plus my fighter level, which I'm at level 1. So would that be 8 hit points I get back? Is that right?
Yes. Correct. Because you're only a level 1 fighter, right?
Yeah.
One level fighter.
Just wanted to make sure I had that right. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, Meepo is up, and he's gonna just do another little stone with his sling. Rolls a 10, misses. Okay, dead bullywug. Next it is Shari. You are prone on the ground with a spiritual trident plunged into the head of a bullywug in front of you, and the bullywug.
Can you use that
I
What?
stand up.
still?
Yeah, that's my weapon.
Half of
Yeah,
my movement, which I have.
that's my
15 left.
spiritual weapon.
I'm gonna step through the spiritual weapon, or around, technically, and go up to here, so I'm not like. I just want to be behind the guy. And then I'm going to rage again.
Alright, Hulk smash,
Dying shots.
of course.
And I swing my longsword two-handed at him, and hopefully take off his head.
Okay, so.
That's all she. Anytime she like kills
Fingers
someone,
crossed.
he's like, "How do you want to kill him?" She's like, "I chop off his head every time." I'm like, I mean, it's not very creative.
8 is exactly how many hit points he had left.
I take his head off.
Every time.
Alright, yeah,
He kills me, I kill him.
You see his little froggy head just kind of flop through the air and land in the water, like
We want her to have
over here.
ribs. She did a really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's like literally every time. It's the same way every time.
Falls to the ground.
Yeah, that's it. There's like no variety. There's no variety to
Alrighty.
it.
Okay. So, that's the end of your turn, or anything else?
Like I killed a guy one time.
So, this bullywug
My
here,
spiritual weapon
he
was like
looks
a
little
two-handed
distressed at his
hammer,
leader having
and it's a
fallen, but he
force
steals
weapon
himself
technically.
and
So when I do
continues his
damage, it could
assault
knock
on
him
Varys,
back.
Trying to skewer
Um,
Elf from behind.
So I hit him, and I hit him so hard with the spiritual weapon, he went flying, and one of the other guys was like over here, so it
Rolls an
went
8 for his
flying.
bite, missing,
He
and a
was
16 for the
he was
spear.
cutting a guy out of a
Does that
rope,
hit or no?
so I was like, right when he cuts the rope and he
Alright, so
holds
no
the
damage
sword
dealt
out,
to you.
this body comes flying in and it skewers him on the sword.
The leader of the bullywugs is dead, so it is Dimitri's turn.
Okay.
I like to. I don't want to
I
kill
will
the
not
same way
do
every
that.
time. Oh, I chop his head off. Like, oh, okay.
And I will
Let me guess. You chop his head off.
next turn.
Next turn, you will, for sure. As your sword just kind of slashes through the air, missing him. Anything else?
No, that's all for me.
Ah, it's my turn again.
And all
It's
the
almost
while,
my
as
turn.
this battle continues, you just hear this chanting from these other frogs who don't seem to be stepping forward to attack yet. Just ribbit, 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 over and over again, sometimes pounding their spears to a beat. Gardain,
I am going to swing my hammer at this one.
Gardain? Okay. All right, which one?
That one.
Okay, fantastic. Cool.
Oof.
Natural 1. All right, so with a natural 1, I like you to tell me how you screwed up. 'Cause that's the worst you can do with this attack.
The worst
tell
I
me what
can
happened.
do? Well, I raised my hammer and I went to swing, but because we're in a swamp and my hands are palmy, my hands went forward and the hammer just kind of stayed there and like fell behind me.
Yeah. You get a little overzealous with your swing, and because your hands are just a little slippery, it falls directly behind you on the ground. You're like, oh crap. Okay.
And then
Anything else?
yeah, and then I'll have my spectral weapon come over here and attack this one.
Okay, it flies through the air and tries to poke this bullywug. 24 hits. Roll damage. 10 force damage. That's pretty good. All right, that resoundingly smacks this bullywug, who staggers a bit as it gets poked in the side by these 3 prongs of spiritual energy.
Frog gigging.
Hey, anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, Varys, you're up.
I'm extremely annoyed at this, and I am going to swing my sword yet again.
Alrighty. 18 hits. Now, I did want to remind you of one thing here. You do have the option as a paladin. You can, after you know that you've hit something, you can choose to smite. You can do a divine smite by expending a spell slot to do more damage. But that's totally up to you. You don't have to.
Nat
I
1.
just wanted to give you a reminder about it, because I don't think I've seen you do it in a while.
I don't know. Yeah, I've never done
Right.
it. Okay.
So yeah, let's take a look at your character sheet here.
I'm lucky he didn't make me like
Okay.
swing and hit my own
You
ally
have on
here.
your spell list here divine.
Yeah.
Okay?
I thought about doing
Creature
that. Like
with
I
a
swing
melee
and I
weapon,
miss and I hit
you
my
can
own
choose
foot.
at that time
Like,
to expend a spell slot to deal extra
right.
damage.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to. You don't have.
2d8 more damage.
Yeah. Now you don't have to do it. I was just letting you know because I noticed you haven't done it in a while. But divine smite is kind of the bread and butter of the paladin class. It's their main source of damage most of the time. So.
The DM's pretty good. He like kind of gets into doing like different voices for different people, and he's pretty creative.
The bullywug is still standing, but he looks like he's hanging on his last thread here. Breathing very heavily and looking like he wants to get away. Anything else, Ferris? Okay, Myra.
Okay. I'm gonna fireball this guy.
Alrighty.
Fireball. He's pretty funny. Like he kind of gets into role playing a little bit, but he's like the only one. Well, I mean, I do a little bit. I try to. I'm not very good at it, but she kind of gets into it. But she just talks normally, and it's like my character thinks that person's a bitch or something. Like,
Flies through the air over his head into oblivion up in the sky.
yeah.
Meepo is going to try to finish off his bullywug here. Unless you had anything else, Myra. Did you want to move or anything?
Yeah.
Yes, actually. I would like to move that.
We're gonna have to like.
Thank you.
We're all running out of spells. We're gonna have to like retreat.
Our little kobold friend grabs another rock.
Yeah.
Throws a sling.
I'd be into that.
Just barely
I'd be into that.
15 armor class of the bullywug. It hits against the shield of the bullywug. Bounces to the ground harmlessly. Sorry. Back around to you.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I'll move
Yeah.
the leader bullywug out of the way since he's dead and gone.
Well, we would fuck with each other a lot too. Or the other families.
I am
Yeah.
going
He doesn't
to
really
just
fuck with us.
walk over here
Yeah.
and attack this one.
Not like in a bad way. I made it fun.
Yeah.
With a
We all knew each other really well. So it was
Hey,
Natural
natural
one.
20!
really kind
You're
of
on
real.
fire right now. Let's
Nice.
see this fight. Okay,
12.
so 12 slashing damage as you come down. That is enough to end this bully one. How would you like to end him?
Oh, on D&D. Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
You are the queen of beheadings, and another
Yeah,
bully one.
That's what it kind of reminded me. Just their setup and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's actually in my head?
Yeah. It looked super
It's a
good.
little more
Yeah.
difficult, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Baby and
That everything is right?
bumbo things on
Yeah.
the
I
table.
don't have no specific attack yet.
Okay, this final bullywug, he's not giving up on you, Bears. He's never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Just gonna bite your arm and spear you.
It's actually not bad.
No, it's
He rolls a natural one on the bite, almost falling on his face as he misses. But he comes around hard with the spear and smacks you upside the head with it, rolling a 22. 7 piercing damage on the spear.
I'm gonna need you to roll performance for that. Okay.
He's good. We're good. Okay, Varys, how you feeling on there? You still standing?
How am I still feeling?
Yeah.
He should be good. He's got lots of life.
Hit point wise, I'm talking.
Or did I just get hit?
Yes, for 7 piercing
Sorry,
damage.
my kids were talking to me. I thought that was someone else. For 7, I'm at 10.
Oh, he's good.
Dimitri,
I'm at
it's
11,
your
so-
turn.
Okay. I'll come around here and try to hit this little froggy man.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah.
24. That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
Okay, that is more than enough to finish him. What stylish flourish does
Guys,
Dimitri this
yeah.
time?
All right,
He's-
I'm
he's
not
very
ready to
eccentric.
move just yet. But basically, as I come to 10 feet to come get him, I'm gonna jump up and do like kind of a figure skate, like spin in the air, where I do like a 720 spin
pirouette.
and then come down and in one fluid motion,
Pirouette.
like swipe my foot across and land on one knee.
Definitely, yeah.
Position.
Slash, and he falls in a crumpled heap. I love it.
And I figured that just now. And I would have to be on the floor and just be like, pierce from the darkness. Phantom Strike.
All right, the last of these bullywugs has fallen to the ground. Okay, as that last one falls, again the chanting from the remaining bullywugs seems to die down, and you all can see as they collectively look to this one, who
Oops.
seems to be in some sort of elaborate robe, especially compared to the rags that the rest of these bullywug creatures are wearing. If you had to guess, you might assume this could be their king. And he actually is riding astride a giant frog. Like, literally huge.
I thought that was the king. Like, okay, the big one, the thing.
No, so
I
they're,
just like bare my teeth at them.
I'm
So I
I'm
have-
really there.
yeah, sure. Go ahead. You can go ahead and walk forward. He
I'll
had.
throw my arms outstretched and be like, are you not entertained?
I love it. I love it.
I'm
Okay.
burying my
So,
teeth at them, like, just.
We
fantastic.
should probably
I love it. So
like.
he's actually riding the frog, even though I have him next to it, just so that you're aware. So you see this bullywug king in his elaborate robe and kind of a stick crown. It looks really crude and really kind of dumb and dinky, but he's just standing there all proud with his little spear and shield astride his giant frog mount, and he sort of stands up on the mount and he kind of points to you, and he kind of beats his chest, and sort of like he's challenging you, if you will. What are
Like
you doing?
challenging us or challenging one of us?
Challenging you collectively.
Trimmers.
Just him though?
I think it does.
That's, like we don't understand what
Cause
he's
harmless
saying.
tremors in the ground for 1
Is
minute.
that just him or is that him and his
I'm gonna need you to be a little more specific.
Can it? I
So none of you know this
Common.
language that he seems to be speaking.
Meepo translate.
I wanna yell.
Nico can translate.
He can. He understands some of it.
He does?
I think so, yeah.
So Meepo looks to you, Dimitri, as you say that. He's like, Meepo no speak frog. Meepo speak draconic.
Oh, was it not the
Draconic
same thing?
and common. Not frog. Me no croak.
I'm gonna look at Dimitri and I'm going to point at the big one and be like, fireballs?
Hold, Myra.
Okay.
I wanna
We might be outmatched here.
slam
Now
my
that you're
hammer
not
down and cast
hold.
thaumaturgy, and cause tremors underneath the king.
Ooh, okay. So you're trying to intimidate him.
Yes.
All right, so I would have you step forward a little bit for that if you want this to be effective. Maybe, a little bit closer. But you step forward and you let out a yell and you cast thaumaturgy and a small tremor kind of shakes the ground underneath this giant
As I
frog.
slam my
and the
hammer down on the
blue one.
ground.
Okay, this is going to be an intimidation check.
I'm gonna
So
fail.
roll intimidation for me.
Shit.
That's a 9. The little froggy bullywug king kind of, it's hard to tell because it's all croaked and weird little squeaky noises and whatnot, but you swear he's laughing. And he points his spear down at you from atop his mount. And he kind of once again lets out a loud, intimidating croak.
We should probably
do-
retreat.
Are all of them doing that, or does it seem like he's the only one challenging us?
Give me an insight check.
Yeah. Good old insight. It's a -2 modifier insight. Oh, nice.
13 and a 15? Okay, so with a 15, I'm going to say that is enough for you to be able to tell, Dimitri, that the rest of the bullywugs here, while they have their little spears and things, they don't really look like fighters. They look like they might be sort of the peasantry of this little bullywug kingdom, and they are looking to him with anticipation. You get the feeling that the bullywug king is trying to impress his subjects by trying to scare you all away.
A 1v5.5. It is then. Half being Meepo.
Well, we
So what are you
can't
guys
speak
doing?
their language. We can't speak their language. No, they speak frog.
Froggy.
2v5.5. I don't know.
All right, so
I'm challenging us.
you got limited time to decide here. I'm going to make a decision for you.
We come in peace. Or you go in
The
pieces.
command to Myra.
What did you say?
Okay, so Gardain, after trying to intimidate him by yelling and casting thaumaturgy, now tries to sue for peace. Roll persuasion with disadvantage because you just tried to intimidate him. All right, so that's a 6. That's a 6 in your persuasion. You figure it doesn't help that it doesn't look like he understands a word you're saying. And he just kind of looks at you like, rah, rah, and he kind of kicks his mount, and they both leap forward, boom, him astride it, and we're in combat again. So we're going to roll initiative anew.
Nice.
So I want fresh
Well,
initiative
I
rolls
tried.
from everybody on this. As you
Hey.
face down the Bullywug Royal and his
Oh.
giant toad mount.
Dang it.
Hey! Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled a
no.
19, but I didn't click my character, so I'll roll again.
We can keep the 19 if you want, that's fine. So, I'll just have to add it in manually for you there.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I always forget to click my character before I do it. Because It's like it won't show up.
It's not a bad initiative roll set for us.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Is it halftime?
Yeah, you're really far away.
I'm so glad NPA's back on.
So because
Ugh.
he's riding his mount, they're going to have the same initiative. Lucky for you, they rolled really crappy on initiative. So, let's see here.
She sold it.
We all
Sold
get
the
hit
team.
first.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so
Like a 45-year-old billionaire.
Again, stride. I'll say that you're about halfway through your rage. We'll say that'll
That guy.
Yeah. You're halfway through your rage.
That guy bought it.
Okay. Alrighty, so we got everybody's initiative in here already, right?
Yep.
Gardane, we're all set up. Okay, cool. So we'll do it descending order there. Dimitri, you are first as he and his mount splash in the water before you. This gigantic toad, head and shoulders taller than you, the biggest frog you've ever seen in your life.
Okay. Well, since I'm spearheading this charge, I'll start big. And I'll run up to him and I'll cast a chaotic hand of darkness.
All right. Cool. So, because he's astride this large frog,
I'm
are you
attacking the
trying
large frog with it.
You're attacking the frog, not him? Okay. All right. So, 16. Let's see here. Giant toad. That definitely hits, as it is just a frog, no armor. So roll damage. 12 necrotic damage courses through this giant toad.
Yeah, he created like some sort of software company and sold it for billions.
In response. All right.
Right, me too.
Hey, Varys,
So I can just do
you're
shit like
there.
this all day and not have to worry about work.
Alright.
Like, I want to do it.
I'm gonna stay
Right?
back a little bit, but move forward here, and I'm gonna throw a javelin.
Okay, at the king or his mount.
Let's go at the king.
Yeah.
All right.
Hire people to clean the house. At that point.
16 is just enough to hit him. He has a 15 armor class as your javelin soars through the air and hits him astride his
Yeah.
mount for 6 piercing
I
damage.
want to get somebody to come clean this house. I'm not even rich.
Anything else?
Nope, that is it.
Gardane.
I see this huge frog jump in front of me, and I am going to put my shield on.
All right, so you use your action to pull out your shield, give yourself a +2 bonus to your armor class. Okay, that's your action. Anything else?
Is my spectral weapon still out, or it lasts 1 minute? So
How long does it lasts? 1 minute. Okay, so given the 2 pauses already, the spiritual weapon has no. Actually, you cast it during the last round of combat, right?
yeah,
Okay, so it is still up because it would be about the same amount of time as her rage. That's 1 minute, right, for your rage?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're halfway through it then, basically.
Okay, and then I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon to attack the king.
Oh no.
Oh, you broke it. I don't think it hits anyway, so.
All right, so spiritual weapon will go there. A 7 though does not hit. Okay. Ashari, you're up.
I'm gonna move over to here.
We should go.
Can I do that?
We need to go to that place, that one
I'm
place
gonna swing at the
with the
frog
dress up
so you can
stuff.
drop that fall.
Yeah, we need to go.
All right, give me an attack.
Decorated for Christmas, too.
Let's go.
Two-handed.
Let's
11.
go for Christmas.
Okay, that just barely misses. Just barely. Okay,
Okay,
it is
so
the giant toad's
we can
turn.
go tomorrow then.
So the giant toad with his kingly mount,
Let's go.
mounted on his back here, is going to.
We don't have to dress up. We could just go. I don't have anything to dress up in either.
He is going to. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, yeah. He's going to try to
When does it open?
swallow one of you. And he turns to the one who just necrotized his body, Kyle, and is going to attempt to swallow Dimitri Dark in its gigantic froggy maw. Okay, so he's going to make an attack roll against
That looks
you.
cool.
What is it?
Just that.
Oh, picture?
Yeah. I think
And
it's
roll
Salt
a
Lake City.
12, which is not enough.
Yeah.
So you definitely step aside as this huge maw.
You can see all the airplanes like kind of going up from the right.
But you take no damage.
See it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the giant toad's turn. The Bullywug Royal,
Oh,
the
well, it
king,
just snow, which
his mount.
It did a little bit.
5 to 10 p.m.
Oh, so it's late.
Oh,
He's
wait,
going
it says, no,
to
they're closed Sunday. So
sort of bend down at you, since you're the closest.
Oh, yep.
and
Thursday,
he's going
Friday,
to do
Saturday.
what his
Well, next
loyal
week.
servants have been doing.
Let's go.
Spear,
Yeah.
attack. One-handed spear. You roll
Just gonna
a.
try to bite me from up on the top of a giant frog is really
We'll
funny.
give him disadvantage on it for the bite.
Wednesday, work Friday.
So with the royal spear, you go for 16
That hits.
for 11 piercing,
Friday, Saturday this week. Although I'm trying to
which
find
will be halved
play in primetime
down to
Friday.
5.
Oh yeah.
And you must
Sunday?
make a DC, well,
Wait,
a
what?
strength
Playing on
saving
Saturday
throw.
night. The Broncos are playing Saturday.
Next Saturday?
Yeah, the next.
Because you are raging, correct?
Because I am raging.
Fantastic.
17.
All right, so you are not knocked prone by the brute force of his strike. The bite, with disadvantage, he still rolls a 13. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so he still manages to get you and clamps you for 7 piercing with his bite, dealing 3 because you're raging. Okay.
They play with the
And
Lions
that is
tomorrow,
going to
right?
be the end of the Bullywug Royals' turn. Myra, it's your turn.
Should be an easy win.
No.
Should be.
Sorry.
I don't know, last time.
You never know with Matt Stafford.
Sorry.
So it's a verbal one. So my character is going to think about what is the topic
Oh,
of
yeah.
all this, and he's going to try to.
So I guess maybe we can't next week.
Unless I get some idea
Yeah.
of the 19th, which I was trying to do.
I love it. I love it. Fantastic. Bravo. Okay, let's give that magic missile. They hit automatically.
You're going to have 2 hits the big frog and 1 hit the king.
Okay, so here's the thing. Roll20 does this weird. My understanding of magic missile is that you roll each d4. Here it only rolled 1, expecting you to apply it to all of them. So I need you to roll 2 more d4 so that we can figure out what the other 2 missiles do. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so 3, 2, and 2. Which ones do you want to hit which one?
I'll have the 2 hit the big ones and the 3 hit the king.
Okay, so 4 force damage for the giant frog and 3 force damage.
We got Derek Favors back a year after they traded him.
What do they look like? Are they like, what color are they? What do your magic missiles look like?
They're gonna look like little
Yeah.
tiny.
He used to play with Utah. They traded him like maybe 2 years ago for Mike Conley
Okay.
and some other stuff. Other trades happened,
But they're gonna be black.
but now
Little thin blades.
like
Oh, okay.
they traded to get him back. It's like
Darting little blades of darkness.
We need
sliding
something
in the air,
new,
almost
like-
imperceptible because of how thin they are, and they slice into your victims. Boom, boom, hitting each of them. All right, I love it. Okay, Meepo is going to try to throw his sling at the king on his mount.
Diamond shape. That's what I meant to say. Kind of diamond,
Okay,
but
well-
longer on one end. Yeah.
Nice.
that's black. There we go. Sorry.
He rolls a 16. Which
depends on when we go because if it's a Saturday and it's a D&D day,
The rock knocks the king's
I
crown.
don't know. So maybe
Meepo
Friday.
knocks the crown
Yeah.
off of the head of the Bullywug King as it slashes
Yeah.
into the ground. And the king kind of and he points over at Meepo with anger. Okay. Alrighty. Dimitri, you're up.
Do you do every Saturday or
No, it's every other Saturday, so it depends on which Saturday you're talking about.
this coming Saturday?
Oh, does Myra have to
Oh
go
yeah,
to
we
the
could.
thing?
Unless if you
Oh,
want
that's
to do it
right. You
next
cast a
week.
spell. Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Whichever one
it
works better,
says
then doesn't matter.
for the next minute, all
Yeah.
yourselves with a casting time
The
of
lady
one
I'm trying to
action
trade with has
have a
multiples
casting
off.
time of one bonus action.
Well, we can do Friday
ooh,
then.
that's actually really good.
Just try
Okay.
Friday.
Nice.
Just to confirm, that means I can cast like
Yeah.
2 spells
What does she?
each
Not
time, essentially?
A spell and a
How it
cantrip.
works is
you can cast a spell and a cantrip. Yeah. That's basically how it works.
A spell and a cantrip, or if I wanted to, I could use a weapon and a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Dimitri.
sure.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action Hexblade first. The big boy
Alrighty. And no saving throw, it just happens, right?
just happened.
Okay, so the big frog is cursed, so we'll give him a little marker there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then I'll go for a booming
Right.
blade longsword.
We'll have to go next Halloween.
Alrighty. That hits.
But I'm sure
10 slashing damage to the giant
Yeah, that looks
frog.
really good. Yeah.
if there was
And booming blade means that he can't move, right?
If he willingly moves on his turn, he'll take a D8. I know they won't move. I just do it for the aesthetic. Because I
Alright.
assume like when I hit them, it makes like a booming noise. It makes
Exactly.
them feel more powerful.
Like a silent, like a crazy little boom just kind of flashes. Boom!
When I do it, my sword is sheathed in like lightning.
I love it. You're good. Okay, Varys, you are up, sir. You
I
just
am
struck the
going-
Bullywug King with a javelin. What will you do next?
I'm gonna keep going with the long distance and my longbow.
Alright, so you pull out your longbow, take aim, and your aim is true with a 21. You strike the king
since I moved here.
Yeah.
for 7
I just
piercing
discovered it
damage.
recently when we talked about it.
Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that.
That's alright. We'll go with the first one, the 7. Anything else, Varys?
No, that is it.
Okay, Gardain, your turn.
Alright, I will cast.
Oh, real quick. Add 2 damage to the 10 that I dealt because of the curse. It adds damage.
Right,
Equal to my
exactly.
proficiency bonus.
Thank you. Alright, done. Gardain?
Okay, I will cast Sacred Flame on the
Okay.
king.
Okay, so you are technically in melee with both of them because he's astride the frog. So, and that is a ranged attack. So if
Okay.
you cast it, you can do it. You'll just be at disadvantage for the attack roll.
It's actually a saving throw.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. That's right. I thought you were doing guiding bolt. Never mind. So it's a saving throw.
Creature. Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing it on the king.
Yes.
Okay, and it is a dex save.
Yes.
All right. Dexterity save for the king. He rolls an 11, fails his save, and takes 4 radiant damage that burns into his skin as holy light envelops him.
And then I'll have the spectral weapon attack him. Or
Alright, so-
spiritual weapon.
The spiritual trident comes up and stabs at the king. 23 hits. Roll damage. 11 piercing. The king lets out a croak of distress. He looks like he may be in over his head. Shari.
Is he still leaning down towards me?
That was his last action, so yeah, a little bit.
He's cursed.
So I can
Or
like, I could
hexed or
possibly
something.
reach him with my sword.
Yeah, you could reach him with
So,
your sword.
yeah.
I'm gonna double hand.
So
swing
you
at
can
his
like
head.
All right. Okay.
well,
At the king?
I guess so. I can do it to mine, like so.
Alright, go ahead and
I can't
I'm
do it to
telling you,
anybody
you should
else's,
pick the king.
but I can do it to
Can't
mine. Like I
control
could
it.
add
Like, you guys are
Um,
gonna kill him before I even
these
have a
things,
chance to use,
and you can
like,
just have them mean different
like,
things.
action and
So I guess he
bonus
just put that
action
on there to
to
show that
roll.
he's hexed or whatever. So
21.
All right, roll damage.
could have done that one.
12. He
Dang.
is not looking great, but he is still alive.
Yes.
Yeah, well, now he's got a partially cut neck.
Okay.
It was aiming.
In response to that wound that he just took from you, he kind of lets out some croaks and pats his frog, And it is the giant frog's turn, and it looks like he just directed the giant frog to attack you with its turn. So the
Okay.
giant frog turns to you and is going to try to swallow you, as it tried
Huh?
Dimitri last time.
He's working tonight. Not
What's your armor class?
Diane's the lady I'm trying to train.
Huh. Right.
He rolls an 8. So you dodge out of the way nimbly as the giant toad tries to swallow you whole. No dice, though. He misses. The Bullywug Royal, enraged by this, though, he comes down again with another spear and a bite. Okay.
I think Jordan Clarkson's having a good game.
I still have never been to an NBA game.
I like NBA. I'm a big fan.
So last year,
16 on the bite.
Right as it closed down.
For 5
Yeah.
piercing, you take 2 because you're raging.
Yeah.
He rolls a 20 with his Royal Spear, dealing 11 piercing damage. And I need to
Oof.
get another strength saving throw. Or be knocked.
One sec. One sec.
So
So,
that's going to be
how do
5
something sit? It's 5?
because you're
I'm
ready.
at 0 again, so I've already.
Okay. Alright, so you fall to the ground in a heap.
Yeah, for sure.
Strike into your side.
Where is she at? She's right here.
I get destined
Yeah.
to keep passing up.
I haven't been to a Beast game, so that'd be
Okay, so
nice.
you are bleeding out on the floor currently. You're actually in the water a bit here, but that's fine. You're okay.
I can
You can still breathe because you are a CO.
I'm
Myra, you're up.
driving here.
It's your turn, Myra.
Yeah.
And his turn to the bench, I'm gonna use my crossbow at the king.
Okay. So that's 12 because you get your archery style with the bow. So 12 is not enough to hit him. Your arrow flies up over his head, unfortunately.
Okay, and then I will also throw a fireball at him.
All right.
So, you know, why not?
Okay. The fireball, a 9 doesn't hit.
I have to
unfortunately,
touch.
as both of your missiles fly through the air and off into the sky.
3.
You gonna move?
Yeah, I have
Nepo in rage
1250
at you.
experience points.
Sorry, falls to the ground yet again. Calls out, "No!" And he throws another rock at the king, trying to avenge his friend.
If Nico gets the kill, I'm gonna laugh.
Rolls a 16 for 4 bludgeoning damage, which isn't enough to kill the king, but still.
Oh.
It hits the king in one of his froggy eyes.
I do have
Another croak.
Cure Wounds I can cast.
It's your turn.
Or Healing Word.
Big frog with some
Gains hits with 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
A 9 is not going to cut it, unfortunately. He's a big target. but
1d8.
Slide off of his slippery skin.
Oh, the difference is this one I have to touch, this one I don't.
All right,
I'm
very
gonna cast this one.
Alright.
Are you trying to heal yourself?
No, her. She is 0 hit points. I'm right here. Yeah, this guy. The little dwarf in the midst of everything.
Alright, so I'm gonna.
The one that has my name underneath. Gardane Ungard. The only one you can see a
Another
name
arrow.
under.
Fire
That's
at the
me.
king. With a 16, you hit. Roll damage.
Okay, and this one, I'm gonna try Divine Smite.
So smite actually only works with a melee attack.
That's a melee. Yeah, I just read that. Never mind.
Okay, so 3 piercing damage as another arrow lodges itself into the body of the king.
How does inspiration work?
You see at this time the king looks really rough and he's bleeding from multiple wounds, but the chanting of his supporters behind him
Huh?
is faster.
No, I do have the
As if they're
like
trying to
starter set
cheer on
rulebook
their
over there.
king in his hour of desperation.
I have the books online in
Anything else from
here.
you, Varys?
No,
Okay, Gardane.
I am going to reach down and cast Cure Wounds on Ashari.
Okay, level
I
1s
have
and
just-
level 2s. Okay, 11 healing as her wounds bind up and staunches the flow of the blood. Ashari, you are conscious with 11 hit points, but prone on the ground.
And then spiritual weapon will attack the king.
All right. 20 will hit. Roll damage. 6 damage. King is still standing. He still
Oh my
sits astride
goodness.
his mount. Wait, he looks like he's about to pass out.
Those are pre-made characters, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Ashari, you're on the ground. Prone.
I stand up.
Okay.
I swing my sword two-handed at the king.
All right, you reach up towards him. Give me that attack.
And I'm not raging, I'm just angry now.
Gotcha.
So that means my spiritual weapon's probably done.
Oh, come on, now you're gonna
Also.
breathe?
If it froze again, I can roll it for you.
I clicked it, it didn't do anything.
Okay, so two-handed
It might do
longsword.
something in about a minute. Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it here.
go ahead. I don't
20
care.
to hit.
20.
And you deal 4
Four.
slashing damage.
Which kind of sucks. But hey,
How you kill the king?
Oh,
I'm taking his head off. Like always, I'm gonna take it
Imagine
off so
that.
hard,
She
it's
took
gonna
his head
sink
off.
into the people chanting behind him.
And that's exactly what happens. Yeah, it's almost like a home run baseball hit.
no.
His head just flies way over here, and it
His
actually
sword
hits
is
the,
just tilted enough to take on his head and hit it away.
exactly. And you see, like it actually hits this bullywug right here in the middle of his chanting, and he gets knocked over by it.
He makes it
King
more creative
falls from
than
his
she
mount
does.
onto the ground, dead.
I just glare at the rest of them, keep there completely. Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna get in a rage and I will kill.
The giant frog is a mindless beast who is still going to attack, though. It is his turn. And since he missed you last time, Bashari is going to try to swallow you again.
I have the bonus to the
Oh, really? Nice. I have some of them,
I'm getting used to
like
it.
the online
Rolls a
version,
13.
not like the hard. Yeah, but I'm playing
Okay,
online, so I
alright,
bought it on
so
there.
you're
What
gonna
happens
take,
if he gets swallowed by a giant frog?
Kitty.
I feel like I would still.
well, we're about to explore that right now.
Yeah,
So first,
I did this.
yeah.
okay, so, let's see.
You also have to.
Okay, no, wait, actually,
Yeah.
he just bites you right now.
Right.
Okay, so
You're not getting swallowed. But the bite grapples you.
Shackles.
You are currently in his mouth, but not swallowed quite yet. But you're going to take 8 piercing damage reduced to 4, and 3
She's not raging.
Not
poison
raging.
damage, and 3 poison damage from his saliva as it seeps into your wounds. So
Oh,
you're going to take a total of 12 damage as he clamps down on you.
I just healed her for 11.
Plus 3 is
Oh, 11.
11. Which was my hit point, so.
That is true. So you are unconscious in the mouth of this giant
Hey, I at least got to take off the head of it.
Okay, so you once again go
Lose
unconscious.
consciousness! I am like just. I don't want
Shut up, knock him
I
dead.
just brain so well.
Yeah, just stab it, cut its stomach open.
I had one more.
Ah, I
I
see.
had one more that I could have just triggered, but I didn't.
Okay, the Bullywug Royal is dead. Myra, you're up.
Myra, kill this thing.
Your friend is in the
Yeah, the
mouth of
frog
this
is just a
giant frog.
mindless beast, the giant frog.
I'm
So he's still attacking, yeah.
a fireball and a bow again.
Alright, so an arrow shot and a fireball.
Dang, only up by 5
Hit
now.
with the crossbow. And the 21 with the fireball. Both are going to hit. Roll damage for both. Okay. So,
Be careful with the piercing. You don't want to pierce through him and hit Ashari.
Yeah, that's true.
ooh, should I roll for that?
No.
I'm just teasing.
His body, not his head.
Mason's giving me bad ideas. No,
Mason.
how do you kill it, Myra? You've finished off this giant frog.
He's like, ooh.
Right? Don't give him ideas.
I like it when shit like that happens though. Like you should like
Yeah, no,
I guess
that's
it's
why
easy.
stuff should
So
affect your other party members.
I am
me
going
like playing a
to
game before would
Ooh, nice
lead
shot.
into it, but because he was
first
creative
throw
as
a
fuck and I was
fireball
trying to
Yeah.
happen and those two was
and
fun.
have to
Yeah.
be
Even thinking of a lot
distracted
of
by
fun,
the
that's why I
bright
said
light of
that's
the
like
fire as
think
it
of
hits
every
and
fucked up
strikes
scenario.
the
Yeah,
arrow
like
that
you shoot a crossbow piercing and it pierces
Yeah.
through and hits her.
spear
Right.
it right in his head before it even knows that hit him.
I love it. Yeah.
And into the brain.
A splash of fire energy against the chest as it rears back, and an arrow flies right through one of its eyes, and its mouth opens up.
Him like
Shari's
his
body
video
tumbles
lagging
to
makes
the
that
ground
better.
and splashes into the water as the frog falls as well. I'm gonna roll to see if it lands on you, Ashari.
Oh, please don't.
So we're gonna go odds evens on this. Odds, he lands on you. Evens, you're good. So just
Evens, you're good.
So your body rolls off to the side in the water to one direction, and he slumps in the other direction. But you are still unconscious on the ground. As both the king and his mount now lie lifeless in the swamp, the rest of the bullywugs end their chanting, look at each other with nervous glances,
And take off hopping.
and then croak, and start to jump away, abandoning their dead king.
Somebody's gonna have to become king now.
I was down to take them all on, but you know.
Cut his head off.
That's great for you. You haven't died 3 times tonight.
There
Yeah, I
you
just regained 5 hit points when you killed that big boy too.
I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna put the crown on.
go. Hey,
You pull up the twig and mud crown.
Myra
of the
does not
Lord
get to
King.
do the medicine check.
I wonder if Fizz Litkin would like want the king's head.
Gotcha.
Hey, well done, guys. Very well done. That was.
I'm
good.
gonna walk over to Ashari. And,
Okay.
Are you gonna stop me from doing my medical check?
yeah, I'll grab your wrist and be like,
Dang it.
let's
So
not do
no,
that today.
so technically, because we have limited resources and she is doing death saves, we're gonna stay in initiative order for actions here. So Dimitri is next.
Okay.
What are you doing, Dimitri?
Cure wounds. I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah. There should be a way to click on it to just cast it. You still have spell slots though, so that works if you got
Last
them.
one. Yep.
All right.
1d8 plus.
Your charisma
4.
modifier.
Oh, slash. Sorry. 1d8 plus 4.
All right,
9.
9. All right, so your wounds bind up a little bit. You regain 9 hit points, Ashari, and you are back to consciousness, lying once again, bloody and muddy, in the swamp floor here.
Muddy bloodies.
I just kind of sit up and just like sit there.
This?
Just for a minute.
Just kind of
This?
dealing with
Oh,
life
this. So you
a
see
little
this?
bit. Yes.
I can just be
I've
like,
seen the light 3 times.
Did I really?
like
You're kind of thinking to yourself.
I
"Did
can change it
really-"
while I'm streaming and stuff.
Apparently, yes. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I haven't set this one up.
I could have just put nothing. Like, it wasn't that hard. But it's easily, and it's
Yeah.
hard.
Well, just different screens while I'm playing. Like if I'm playing like WoW, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go use the bathroom, be right back, and then I can just hit that.
Imminent death in a smuggler's line of business.
Yeah.
And with the Ashari healed,
I've had some close calls, Dimitri.
Yeah.
with Ashari healed, we are out of combat.
Cool.
Hey, do you guys think our gnome age buddy Fizz Litkin might like a Frog King head for his spells?
That's across the way.
Perhaps. I don't think there's anything more magical about a king compared to a subject. King said.
Especially since it's
Can I
king.
run?
I don't know.
You have a good
He
plan.
wanted fish egg poop, so
You wanna search him?
Search the well-dressed one.
Yeah,
not the king.
sure. So give me investigation, just to kind of search the area as well as the king.
Nah.
Okay. So it's easy enough to find, like if you're going through all the bodies, you don't find a lot because these are bullywugs in a swamp as far as money, You do find like some odd coppers and things. We'll say, I don't know, like 40 copper and maybe like 5 silver amongst all of them. Even the king doesn't really have like gold on him. Their society doesn't really work that way.
Oh,
So that's what you find monetarily speaking. Their weapons are pretty primitive. They're little spears and things like that. The king's weapon is a little nicer, but it's just a spear, nothing magical or anything from what you can tell. So if you want to take that and sell it or something, you might be able to because it looks a little bit nicer than the others. Anybody else want to look around, or just those two?
Yeah.
the 2
Oh,
nines.
was that what I found too? Or
Yeah. So you both rolled a 9. That's roughly what you both would come up with there.
okay.
I've gotten out of the
Anybody-
water and went and sat on this log.
Okay. You're
How much
sulking on the
money
log.
did we find?
Not
Sorry.
sulking, just contemplating
So
my
it's about
choices.
about 40 copper and like
Dang,
10
I am
silver,
out of
okay.
spells. I
I don't
only
even
have
bother
two,
picking that up.
10 silver,
like
and what
2
else?
spells
Nothing
remaining.
else?
Just their crude weapons. The Bullywug King's spear is a little nicer. You could sell it as a spear in town if you wanted, but it's not like exceptionally wealthy.
These I can do as much as I want, though.
Jordan,
I'll take it around too, just in case.
okay, sure. Go ahead and roll. 17. Okay, so Varys, as you search around the area with your 17, you notice over here where the Bullywug King and his mount were standing for the longest time watching you fight his underlings. You see this little shining bit of
Oh, so it wasn't an
swirling
accident.
water right here.
Ooh, shame.
And as you go over and investigate it and reach down, pull it up out of the muck and the water, you see what looks like, although covered in some muck and mud, it looks like a very nice, pristine helmet of some sort. And inside the helmet, it's actually like really heavy.
Huh?
And
Yeah.
it clinks and jingles as you pull it up out of the water. And inside it appears to be filled with coins. You pull one out, and it's a platinum coin.
Ooh,
Oh.
yeah.
Platinum.
And it's a lot. It's a lot of platinum. You found, it takes you a couple minutes to count it, but you found 325 platinum pieces.
Holy crap.
This
What?
looking helmet.
He's gonna keep it all for himself.
You get the impression that maybe they were guarding it, that maybe this is the reason why they were there. You can tell as you hold and handle the helmet, there is something magical about it. You don't know what. Oh boy! But you can feel a little bit of that magical essence in this helmet.
Sweet.
Hey, I'll trade you the helmet for the king's spear.
Wait, how much gold?
This helmet weighs as much as you do. What are you talking about?
Dang it! I have detect magic, but
Is
I don't have it
10 gold apiece,
prepared.
So,
Platinum is 10.
yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because Electrum's the same as
Is platinum the
gold.
PP on the
Platinum.
sheets?
Yes.
Yes.
Big PP.
So,
Big
we can divide it out.
Spells and everything. Actually,
355.
Yeah.
You found big.
That's why I like this, because I can just sit here and I go, wait, what does this do again? Like,
Well, I know that they made cards too, like
yeah,
buy, like flash whatever for
Right,
that stuff.
right.
Before I knew about this. But I still think it's very remember this. Like,
1, 2, 3.
What?
So,
it would just be
100. Okay, so one.
Yeah.
One gold,
1 platinum.
one gold piece. Let's see here. No, okay.
like you keep closing out your
10 gold pieces.
My character.
is
yeah,
one
and I
platinum.
would probably like have to open.
And how much?
You can move it. The reason I keep doing that is because you can't take it out of this
It's like
page.
half a gold.
So it's like, in order to see this, you had to.
Your
So
street.
each gets 71.
Yeah, but I also want to see what's going on
I
right
hand a
here.
platinum
Like,
coin to Mifa.
so it's like,
Wait,
Nice.
we each get 71 platinum?
wait, did he share the platinum with everybody, or like?
Well, you found it. Didn't Varys find it?
Yeah, did
Or-
Varys share it, or is he
Yeah,
like?
Varys, are you sharing it with the group?
Yeah.
Varys is a good team member, of
Good
course.
team member.
I am a generous god.
I am sharing it. Everyone gets
I took one of
71.
my platinum and gave it to Meepo, so.
So how much does each person get then?
Meepo is like,
So we each get
71.
So that's 710 gold.
710
You
gold.
can just put it in your thing as platinum.
Yeah, I'm just putting it in
the
as platinum.
PP next to gold
Yeah.
is platinum.
Okay.
That way you don't have to convert
I
it.
actually have enough to buy a health potion now.
I'm rich.
I have more than enough to buy like 6 health potions.
I can buy like 10 horses.
I didn't know we could buy health potions.
I have enough to pass out to the common
I
people
wish
of
I
the
could
Church
find
of
a place that
Duamon.
sold them.
Right?
I have like almost 2,000 gold pieces right now.
I can
Jeez.
buy a new cape with this.
Okay.
2,000. I have like almost 1,000, I guess.
You
900.
can go get
something.
it enchanted too.
so you guys
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
are a bit flush with cash currently. So
Oh boy. Well, if we find that one,
I need a place that has
that royal
better
shipment,
stores
that
than-
battle.
This
ship.
has to be a good omen from the gods.
Anyway.
So one of the my
I'm
things
going to
is
picking
I
up
see omens in
all the
every
heads
event
that
and action.
Starry
The gods try to speak to us. We just need to
and
listen.
Okay.
then picking up the spears next to the bullywugs that those
And then
that the heads belong to.
I am an acolyte of Muamon Duathal. He's the god of travel.
On them to like scare off
So,
the attackers as we set up
this is my
camp.
little
We're
backstory.
like, this is good a place as any to set up camp. Oh boy, I think that's a that. So.
all right, so you do that. It takes a little while to get all the heads placed up there, but yeah, you have some intimidating
Want a couple more?
Dang, now they're only up by 4.
And make sure the king is like very visible.
Don't forget to put his crown back on.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need me to scroll down.
Alright. Oh, I have my new helmet, don't I?
Yeah.
You have a new shiny heavy helmet. Big
Do-
key helmet.
Do you want to try it out?
TP helmet.
No, you switched me for the spear, remember?
I don't quite like helmets.
You should try it on and see if you get powers like the Lich King or something.
It might turn into a frog though. I'm not gonna put it on right now.
I'll put it on. I won't keep it on because a hero's hair must always be showing, but
Are you gonna give it to him, Varys, or are you holding on to it?
I think we'll hold on to it. I don't want to invoke any
trigger anything.
bad juju on us when we're all nearly dead anyway.
Suit yourself.
All right, so you guys are gonna take a short rest here in the swamp. It's about midday, still early in the day actually, because when you started following the bullywugs here, it was right as you were waking up early, so not quite midday.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so as you guys sort of hunker down and lick your wounds for a little bit, you can go ahead and expend some hit dice if you want to regain some hit points. You're level 3 currently, so you each have 3 hit dice that you can spend. And remember, when you roll one, you get to add your Constitution modifier to it. So who wants to do that? And how many are you going to
I'm
roll?
totally doing it. I'm rolling all 3.
Are we doing long rest or short?
Huh?
Short rest.
She 11, 9, something like that. What's a Constitution?
Okay.
Oh, Constitution modifier is 0. Looks
Oh,
like.
there we go.
So I had 6.
Alrighty. We got everybody who wants to rolling hit dice, right?
Well, for me, a short rest is the same as a long rest.
Yeah, so anything on your sheet that says taking a short rest recharges it, you'll get back.
There's almost like that.
So
You don't.
Varys, you wouldn't get your lay on hands back, or your spell slots.
That's what I
But I
was
get
gonna
my
ask.
health back.
Yeah.
Well, you get some of your health back based
That's all I
on
care about.
the hit dice.
I want
you
my
roll.
spell slots.
So
These
in the middle
are
of
the
your
good
sheet
ones
underneath
because
the
I get
hit points, you
spiritual
got
weapon.
hit
Oh, it's so
dice as
good.
well. You have 3 of them. They're d10s. If you click on the word hit dice, it will roll 1 for you.
Oh, I should
I
have did
thought I had
this.
something
Dang.
else that let me.
2d8.
I don't know where to that.
Oh, it's an evocation though.
Another feature or
It takes
something?
10 minutes to cast.
Yeah, I
Fuck
never had
that.
rolled hit
Yeah.
dice until just recently.
Fuck that.
Let's
You can't do that in
On your
combat.
sheet underneath the temporary
10
hit
minutes
points
is like
box,
100
So did we
rounds of
get
combat.
Yeah.
they have their own little box.
did we get like approximately?
I would just be sitting in the
550
swamp
XP
like.
from that?
we'll go over XP at the end.
Come kill
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight.
Just keep
As
in
soon
mind
as
that
I started
number.
meditating, I would expect all the enemies to just swarm me. Oh, he's doing something important. Kill him.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can roll more than one. You probably have 3.
Yeah, so you
Thank
can
you.
roll up to 3 of them. So that's 11 hit points. And roll 1 more if you want.
Yeah, I'll roll one more. I'll do another one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
So 2
terrible.
more.
Oh, I should have wasted that for
Oh,
2.
that was Mason. You rolled an 11 on your last hit dice. That was
Oh, I
pretty good.
did.
That's like perfect.
So you just got a lot back there. Awesome. So that's
Yeah, I
what,
needed. Okay. That
20,
works.
22 hit points you regain. So pretty good there. Is everybody using all their hit dice basically?
No,
Yep.
I just used 2.
I just used 2. Yeah.
I
Okay.
used
used
1
all
because I'm the
3.
goat.
Because
Gotcha.
I keep dying.
All right. So keep track of how many you use, because you only get half of your expended hit dice back on a long rest, just so that we're clear on that.
Top
but yeah,
rounded down.
Exactly. So you guys finish your long rest. You take your little breather, kind of lick your wounds
Short
a
rest.
little bit, and here you stand once again. As you approach, you can see in the distance these little streams and stuff around you. Appear to be small little rivulets coming off of what you assume to be the Dun Water River, which you've been told about, and which the council informed you is where they believe the lizard folk colony is probably at a large rocky promontory.
Nice. We should do it Friday then. Shall we continue investigating for the lizard folk?
Onward.
Okay.
We can continue, but I'm still continuing with like a stick so we don't fall in some quicksands.
Right.
Stuff.
Okay. So sure, you've got your little branch that you broke off of that other tree earlier, and you're using that to sort of prod the ground, looking for patches of quicksand. Okay.
Yes.
So are you leading the group then, Gardein?
Yeah, sure, I can.
All right. So I'm gonna move us to a different map here real quick.
I got stocky legs. It's good for walking in a swamp.
Okay. So you guys started the day out. If it's loaded for you here, you guys all in the
Yeah.
building map here. So you started the day out about here. You followed the frogs in, and you're getting roughly about to here. You can kind of see this river right here that's feeding into the ocean. And as you get closer to it, as you're bogging through, sometimes waist deep in the muddy water here, you can kind of see this large rocky outcropping here on the other side of the river.
I say we go check it out.
Gardain, give me a nature survival check since you
Oh,
are
lordy.
leading the group.
Nature survival check. That's terrible.
Survival 6. Okay. All right. So, Gardain, as you are walking along and poking and prodding through, trying to find quicksand, you
I hit
are
a hornet's nest.
so focused on the ground that you miss what's above you. And suddenly, as you're poking and prodding at the ground, something falls on top of your head.
Oh lord, it's a net.
Strange, gooey green substance.
Oh
Oh
lord.
yeah.
slams
It's the
down
green
as if it
cube.
fell off of a tree branch up above you. Real quick here, I believe you have a saving throw to make.
Oh lordy.
I've seen this hentai before.
Whoa!
Did you hear what he said?
Whoa ho ho! Okay. All right, 1 second here. I gotta pull it up because it's not coming up here in Roll20, unfortunately, even though it's supposed to.
Actually, well, he's pulling
The
that
George
up.
Nier?
I know
Nice.
something kind of weird about my experience point. Where are you guys at for your experience point thing? Like, just rushed anyways.
2150 for me.
Yeah.
Did we have experience points last session?
I added some for you. Well, yeah, that was from the last battle in the forest, because we didn't do it at the end of that session. So I did add some
Where are
to
you
your...
at, Ferris?
2233.
Can I have you at 2233 then? Because me and Ferris are pretty much leveling up at the same time.
Yeah.
Sure, if I added it wrong, then yeah, might as well.
Well, I just went down to the only at 20,000.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and
2,000.
take match with Ferris, because you two should be at
You might
right.
have missed
What was it again, Ferris?
the last time you were missing.
2233.
I just wanted to make sure because
I'm like way behind them.
like, it wasn't adding up and I was below.
But I joined it. Yeah, they were already level 3 when I joined
I
them.
don't think we've done any side quests solely.
Well, I'm glad Dimitri's close, but I know how you got so close so fast either.
Like,
I'm not
first
sure.
Level, you
Actually.
don't gain like any experience. Since like you guys were level 1 without me, and you're probably getting like 5 experience a session. Because that's how level 1 goes.
Okay, so
Those
Garjay,
weasels were tough.
because you didn't notice the slime, you don't get a saving throw.
Ah.
You're so focused on the ground in front of you.
Oh no.
Unfortunately. This green blob of slime covers your body. Yeah, some of you have seen this before, I think.
Oh no.
I got Nickelodeon slimed.
You did, basically. You're going to take a d10 of acid damage as it starts to burn into your skin here real quick. So let's roll a d10 here of acid damage. You take 4 acid damage. You need to act quickly because it is clinging to you currently. What are you doing? You guys, you all see your friend just get clobbered with this blob of green slime on his head.
Are we close to water? I'm gonna run and jump in water if we're close to water.
So there's water all around. Yeah, you can definitely try that.
I'm gonna dive into a water puddle and start rolling around like I'm on fire.
Okay. Splash, splash! Your dwarven friend is flailing like a madman in water in front of you all.
I'm gonna target it with Toll the Dead.
Okay. Go ahead and do that for me here. Okay, so let's see here.
Wisdom save.
Is it very wise, Booger? Slime?
What kind of damage is that?
Necrotic.
Necrotic damage. Okay.
Wait, is this a creature or something that's on me?
You're not sure. Give me a nature check. So your Toll the Dead doesn't seem to affect this.
Gotcha.
Hit an 18.
Okay, nature check 18. So yeah, this is kind of a creature, but not really. This is just a blob that just all it does. You've heard of something like this, Gardain, like these strange slimes that don't really think, but they still feed. And you get the impression that it just detected movement and just fell, hoping it would hit something. Like it's not like an intelligent creature, if that makes sense. So it is clinging to you though, even though you're thrashing about in the water. You get with that 18, you figure you need to scrape this stuff off. You're gonna take some more acid damage, I think.
So is it on me or is it on my clothes or?
It's all over you. In fact, do you have anything on you that is non-magical wood or metal?
I'm wearing chainmail, so
Okay. So
I-
yeah,
As he's
you
rolling
can
in the water,
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk up with my magical sword and start scraping it off of him.
Okay. All right, for sure. But before that happens,
don't
you're going
have
to take a little
anything
bit more acid damage,
to
Gardane.
help with this.
Since it's now clinging to you instead of just the initial fall, you're going to take 2d10 acid damage
Huh?
as it burns into
No,
both
I.
your armor and your skin for 12 more acid damage. You start seeing it burn into your shield and to bits of your armor. Even your warhammer is starting to corrode under this acid here.
I'm just gonna start taking everything off.
Okay, you start trying to pull it off. Ashari comes up and starts scraping away with her sword, trying to get the acid off of you. Okay, yeah, you.
Get it off! It burns.
It just kind of goops and it takes some effort. But between you trying to pull your stuff off and Ashari going at it with her magical sword, which doesn't seem affected by the acid, you're able to get it off, and you're kind of your armor and everything is just kind of sitting there with most of the slime kind of ripped off of it.
As I'm now standing in my underwear in the swamp.
Basically, you got an almost naked dwarf now.
I still got
all
my
of his
beard
stuff.
pouch though.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, what are you doing now?
I wanted to attempt to use Ray of Frost on the clothing he just took off.
Sure.
I'll be like, what the hell is that?
Slow down, or if it has any effect on the poison.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you cast your spell. We'll say that it just hits. It's kind of just sitting there, so you won't even make your roll for it. The cold seems to freeze the slime, and it kind of solidifies and hardens, and it's now sort of solid chunks of this green slime frozen in place.
Okay,
I pick up his chainmail and just kind of like shake it off and break off all the slime.
Yeah, the clumps of frozen slime kind of fall down.
And then I hand him back his clothes as I keep breaking slime off of frozen things.
Uh-huh.
Not sure how well the hammer's going to survive, but I kind of just like tap
Yeah.
it against the ground to break the ice off with all the slime falling off, and then I hand back his 4 wooden axe.
Yeah, so Gardane, got some bad news. you look at your armor, and you look at your shield and your hammer, and you can tell that they've been badly corroded by this stuff. And you kind of think that your shield is useless. You can see like a hole, like actually burned through the metal of your shield.
Oh man.
And your hammer as well. It looks like the integrity of it isn't quite what it should be around the handle. You think that if you were to use this in a fight, it could break. It's not looking very good, as this acid has torn into it.
I feel like Muhammad Duathal is trying to tell me I'm not going the right way here.
who was that again?
I
False
kindly, because his shield is gone. It's trash. I take off the shield I haven't used yet.
That's right, you have a spare. I forgot. Yeah, okay.
And I hand him my shield. You can have my shield. I still haven't yet to use it.
Hey, there you go.
You have my shield, and my axe,
And
and my sword.
I don't have an axe. I only
You can't
have a
have my
sword.
sword
No,
because
you
you're
can't
not
have it.
proficient.
I have some garden
So I guess I'm gonna put my priest vestments on since all my clothes have been acidified.
So it hasn't been like your armor hasn't been completely destroyed, but its integrity has been compromised. The shield is basically toast. Like, you don't think you could really use that. Your hammer has been damaged by the acid. It isn't unusable, but you're going to take a penalty to damage with it until you either replace it or find a way to repair it. And your armor class has been decreased by 1 for your armor.
Okay.
Back a shield so you can add
So
the
with-
shield stuff back.
Yeah, so if you toss that acidified shield and take the one back from Ashari that she just gave you, you've got a good shield again, but your armor class still is decreased by 1 with your armor, your chainmail.
Okay.
And your hammer looks like you're not going to be dealing as much damage with it as you were before. Could
Okay,
be if you
that's
remember.
fine.
Does it have any of
So
the side-
so I have a question then because like I have a crossbow that I've just never used. Was that
It was it on your person? Because you got
it,
covered.
I mean, it was on my person, I guess, but like I've never used it, so
We'll have your roll for it. Odds evens. You roll a d20 for me. Odds, it's damaged. Evens, you were able to like drop it or something, and it didn't get covered with the slime.
so it's damaged
So
also.
okay, so it is damaged as well. And because
Perfect.
it's wood, it's actually worse than your hammer. It's basically unusable.
All right.
I
Awesome.
have a scythe and I have a sword. If you want one of
I have a
those.
dagger.
Well,
I only have one weapon.
yeah, we'll figure it out. No worries. I'll just walk around with a shield and block things.
So you don't want the sword I have.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean I'll take it.
I'm like, I've got a sword and I have a scythe.
I'm not sure I'm
You could look like
proficient in
Sword Fighter.
scythes, so
It's like
What
swinging
kind
an
of
axe, but it has a hook.
what kind of sword is it?
To be honest, I don't know. It's from an old note. I know I got it after the gardening shears. I believe, if memory serves
simple
me correctly, it was
weapons.
just a regular sword. It didn't have any sort of special powers.
So I'm proficient in simple weapons. I don't know if a sword would count as a simple weapon.
If it's a short sword, it would.
We can say it's a short sword because I don't really remember where you got that, if I'm being honest. So,
But
yeah,
I didn't take better notes.
so you can take it. It's a short sword. You would be proficient with it. But yeah. So we can add that to your sheet here real quick. I'll do that for you here real quick. So,
Perfect.
short sword.
Awesome.
I'll remove it from now.
So I'll toss my crossbow and my shield and my hammer in a pile and just kind of
All
shake
right.
my head and leave them there.
Okay. So you're leaving the hammer too.
Well, yeah, no, I'll keep the warhammer and try and get it repaired, but I'll toss the crossbow and the shield.
Okay. All right. So I'll delete those from your sheet here real quick. So we got the crossbow. We'll delete that.
Did I tell you I ordered
And
a
shield.
miniature?
Yeah.
But you have a
Yeah.
mini shield, so we'll just keep the shield on. So, yeah.
Yeah, we need to get painting stuff.
Okay. So yeah, you guys.
Or I need to
essentially
get
saved
painting
your
stuff.
Dwarven friend from burning in acid, but
Do
you
you?
lost a few things in the. Oh, kitty. Aw.
Sorry.
Huh?
Oh, I love it.
Some pain, but
Nice.
Great.
I don't have any of it. I don't have any of it. Anything.
Okay.
I know where to get it though.
yeah.
What are you doing now?
There's a place by.
Well, I am not gonna lead anymore. So because
I can take lead.
I am now terrified of being in the
I'm
front
going to
after that.
assist
So
in leading.
Okay. So
I'll
you're
assist.
gonna help Dimitri. Dimitri, give me another nature survival as you continue your approach through here with advantage because she's assisting you.
Survival check.
21. All right. Yeah. So you're able to successfully navigate. You actually almost run into another thing. Of
Yeah, I
quicksand,
know which
but
one you're
this
talking
time
about.
you kind of
And there's
spot it.
one
You're able
down
to
Main
figure out
Street
you need
called
to
In
skirt
Zone.
around it here. You do spot a couple more of these patches of slime just kind of hanging off of some tree branches here and there.
What?
But because you rolled a 21, you're able to successfully guide
Well,
the
let's go get
group
miniatures
around those
and
places
stuff.
and avoid another
Yeah,
incident with green
let's do
slime.
that. We can. I wonder if
Eventually, you do find yourself. I'm gonna move you guys to a new map here real quick. So hold on. But you make it to the river, basically, and you're right next to the coast here, at the outlet from the river into the ocean.
Oh, they're closed on Sundays. I know. Fucking Mormons, man. Jeez.
Over to this map.
Right?
and you kind of find yourself. There's only a small portion of the map that's revealed down in the lower right corner, if you can find it here. And you kind of find yourselves in this sort of spot right here, as you see the Dunwater River emptying out into the ocean, and this large rocky promontory over here. In fact, you can see from this point this large cavern through the marsh here. There's kind of a trail leading beyond the river, and what looks like a large cavern opening inside of this massive rock promontory on the coast.
I don't see anything. Oh, there we go.
So remind me what our goals are again.
We're trying to find the lizard folk.
Okay, we're trying to find the lizard folk. We're not supposed to fight the lizard folk.
No.
We're supposed to try to find out as much information about the lizard folk without provoking an attack.
Yes.
Let's be honest, we'll
Except the wrong
probably end up
people
fighting
here.
them all.
I'm going to be honest and say I shouldn't fight anything because I'm about dead, so...
Well, maybe... Can we see any activity outside of this cave from where we are?
You're still pretty far away from it. It's off in the distance, and you're on the other side of the river where I'm pinging here on the map.
Cool.
So there's kind of a trail that sort of leads off to the ocean here, but it also seems to kind of cross. There's no bridges or anything, but you can kind of see that it continues across the river over here and seems to be leading in that direction. You
Okay,
could try to follow this path, or...
Is there anything near the river? Like any beings like on the other side of the river watching the river pass? That type of thing.
Give me perception.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
It's alright, no worries. Roll perception for me. See what you can see.
I did. It's taking a second. 14.
Oh no, that's me.
No, that's you.
That's Jessica's investigation.
Yeah.
I thought it was my perception. I'll try again. 22!
Hey! You've got eyes like a
I'm
hawk.
perceptive today.
So with your
I'm
20,
doing well.
hey, you don't see any movement of like humanoid creatures. You see like wrestling, maybe some birds taking off here or there, a small like normal lizard scurrying through the underbrush or something like that. But you're not seeing any direct movement of what would be, a lizard folk or more of those bullywug frog creatures or anything like that. Not
Okay, I just want to make sure that there's like nothing around that's gonna kill us the second we cross.
Also, while crossing, I guess I am going to look for signs of the treasure that got lost in the swamp.
Okay. So yeah, you rolled a 14. So you're not seeing anything that looks like a cart
told me about it.
or gold or like the remains of like crowned guard. And same for you, unfortunately, Dimitri. No real sign of anything that reminds you of that story you heard.
Okay.
So where are we at exactly?
So on the map here, you're basically right here. You see, is this dotted line showing up for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a trail that you found. It's not like a really well-worn one. It's very, very primitive. Looks like it's just normal foot track picked from some of the locals. It goes off to the sea, but you're sort of here at this little intersection of this little dirt trail.
Okay. So I have a question for the sea elves.
Oceanus is still with you, by the way. So yeah, he's just been quiet.
So
Oh, I didn't know Oceanus was with us!
I guess a
That would
DM,
be nice to know!
like how big is this river? Like deep or wide?
So it's a pretty big river. Let me see here. Hold on.
This doesn't look very big.
So you're asking the sea elves?
Yes. So
How big
what I
is
was
the
gonna
river?
say is we're here to investigate to find trails of like the lizard folk and everything. And if we're getting close, would it be possible for the sea elves to kind of swim up and down this river looking for tracks and signs of lizard folk without like getting caught being like underwater and stuff? And kind of just poke their head up a little bit to like look around and swim around in the river.
Okay, so just to give you an idea, if you guys move from this sort of crossroads down to where the trail kind of meets the river, from this side of the river over where I'm drawing this line, that's like about 100 feet. So it's pretty wide, everything
That's a
considered.
really wide river.
And
With a piece of land in the middle.
it seems like it's pretty deep too, but you do have some good swimmers amongst you and everything like that. So, yeah. But yeah, from there to there, that little line is roughly 100 feet.
So we could look at the coast, like in the general area, but it would take too long to do the whole bank along the entire river, essentially.
This section right here, how wide's that?
So that's going to be about half as wide, roughly.
So
maybe
about 50 feet?
About 50 feet across.
That's probably deeper and a little bit faster, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because it all narrows down.
Yep.
But then again, it doesn't, like, how fast is fast? You know, it is a swamp, so it's probably not.
Yeah, it's not like the fastest river. It's not like, rocky rapids. This is more flat, swampy area as it's going through, but it's still moving at a decent clip. You could, like, if you weren't a good swimmer, you could conceivably get pulled down by the current, you figure.
Is there a safe spot to cross, like a bridge or anything like that?
Not seeing any bridges anywhere nearby where you're at.
How big is the piece of land in that little pass?
Let's see here. So,
because it looks about half the size of that river.
Yeah, it's. I guess it's maybe 30 feet across that
30?
middle bit there.
So that
and I'm guesstimating here. I've got a little scale that the map gives you as the dungeon master. Going off of that, I don't know, maybe 30 feet.
No,
so
that's
it's
fine.
about 60 feet of waters, 30 on each side-ish.
Yeah, roughly.
Just wanted to figure out how hard it was going to be to get the dwarf across the river.
Yeah, we don't swim. I'm a
napping.
hill dwarf. Okay, I don't swim. I think it would be
Did we go over the river
advantageous.
edge?
What?
I'm talking to the group. Shall we just walk over to this river edge?
Yeah,
You can see how
Probably
deep
the
the river is.
safest plan.
yeah.
I'm gonna cross the river.
All right, you're just gonna go for it, Dimitri?
Nah. Unless everyone does.
Okay. So you guys find yourself at the edge of the river here, and the current is going by fairly swiftly, but not like crazy fast. You would have to maybe get inside of it to determine how deep it is, but yeah, you do have sort of this middle piece of land right there that divides part of the river.
Okay. And I'll kind of hold out my hand and be like, Myra, the immovable rod, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. Here you go. I hand it to him.
Okay.
What about if one of the swimmers takes the immovable rod with a piece of rope?
Yeah.
Well, two pieces of rope tied together.
That's
And
nice.
one of us can go across and stab it into the ground and hold the rope, and the last one to go over is a swimmer too.
Sounds good.
That way, no one dies and everyone has a hold of the rope.
Yes.
Okay, I can.
Let's do that. I'll let you tie it up.
I don't know if a rope's gonna hold me.
One sec. The rope tied to the movable rod, if the river is 30 feet wide, will my rope of climbing cross the whole thing?
Let's see. How long is your rope?
It's 50 feet.
It's 50 feet, and yeah.
Knotted, it's only 40 feet.
Yeah, you could
Nice.
potentially.
I will have
Big knot.
the rope tie around the rod and
Oh,
latch itself
yes.
to the rod.
I love it.
Because
Okay.
it's self-latching.
Yep. You say the magic word. and
Ira
it
or
brings to life.
Oceanus can go across and stab the rod into the ground so they don't have to hold it. And
You don't
it'll
even have to
it
stab
knot
it, you just
itself
press a
so
button.
Everyone has.
Oh yeah,
Well,
you're
whatever.
like fishy
Yeah,
people.
the
You've
rod
got
has a
swimming
button
speed.
that as soon as I press it just stays wherever it is, including in the
Yeah.
air. So
Well, go
Yeah,
Go swim across
so
the
it's
rope,
weird
and I will
because
have
like
the
if
rope
I
knot
sit
itself
here
before she crosses
the whole
over, and I will
time,
hold
there's
the
no
other end of the
sensors in
rope
here, so my
until she
I
gets
like
there.
it.
HVAC
Yeah,
system
so
is
you
on
say
like
the magic
a
words,
And
the
that
rope.
should give
smart
everyone that can't
sensor,
swim advantage.
so it doesn't sense that
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah,
here,
fantastic.
so it just
So
kicks
you
off,
say the
and I
magic
have to
word,
walk around
it
every now and then to
activates the
turn it
rope,
back
and
on.
it springs to life, jumps, and
It's
ties
much
itself
colder
around
downstairs than
the
it is up
immovable
here.
rod at your command, and you see it magically just knot itself every couple feet along its
So I
length.
hold the other end,
Okay,
so it doesn't leave us.
and then
So I'm pretty sure it'll just come back.
Myra, you're heading into the water.
Yep.
Okay, so you take the immovable
Is that where it's
rod
at?
with you, and you dive into the water.
So we have to leave by
Start
4,
swimming across.
probably.
It's super easy for you, even with the current,
It
because you have
takes
a
6
swimming speed.
seconds.
Yeah, you're across in just a.
So if
few
we leave by
seconds because
4,
how
then
fast
there's
you are
plenty of
and
time.
how strong of a swimmer.
I don't know when Mark gets
During
off
the
on
crawl,
Friday,
as
though.
you swim across it at its deepest point.
I wonder if he could get off at 4, though, I'm sure. Or a little bit early.
So, but you make it over to the other shore and you reach out and press the button.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just right there.
In the air, on the ground, what are you doing?
I'm gonna
Go towards the ground. Go towards the ground because the rope's still gotta float.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You don't want it up in the air.
I'm guessing maybe like a couple inches off the ground.
Okay, so like horizontal, vertical. How are you putting it?
I'm gonna put it horizontal.
Okay, and you click the button.
Yep.
Okay, and it holds in place a few inches above the ground with the rope tied around it there.
You know what? Changed my mind. Okay, so your rope of like the latching feature, it won't come undone, right?
It won't. Not until I tell it to.
Or will it slide off the rod?
I mean,
No.
Okay. Just
It won't. It just ties itself.
Okay.
It holds on.
Okay.
So your little
I have a
rod.
magical rope.
What was the score?
The princess gets on the
119
fly.
something.
And do you like wave to them or something so you signal that you're done?
105.
Yeah. I'll start jumping up and down, raising my arms back and forth.
Now everyone else have a opportunity. Go.
Okay.
Answers on these checks.
Huh?
So these are going to be strength
No, not a lot.
to cross this, swim across, fighting the current. You will have advantage because you're holding on to this magical knotted rope. Who wants
You
to
said-
go first?
Not me. I'm not going first ever again.
Strength. So roll athletics, basically. Is what you're doing.
Okay, I'll go.
I'm scared to go, dude. Oh, good advantage. Good advantage.
17.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
get advantage.
You almost get pulled away from the rope at one point, but because of advantage, you're able to hold on. You get a little bit of this gross river water in your mouth as you're going across, but you manage to make it, Mr. Dimitri. Okay.
that wasn't me.
Oh, sorry,
That was me.
Varys. Make it across. Who's next?
Can we just have Oceanus go across now?
Yeah.
Like he's already over there. Okay.
He
So we don't have to
dives
wait.
down.
I forgot he was with us.
Can kind of cross with them, maybe, just like just giving support. Maybe as they go.
Well, I have to hold the other end of the rope, so I'm the last one to go. And I'm gonna take Meepo with me. So he's
Okay.
gonna hold on to me while I swim because there ain't no way he's gonna cross this.
I'm gonna have advantage. I'm gonna roll like 2 9s or something. What? I'm gonna go.
All right, go for it, Tony.
Okay.
14.
14.
Not
All right,
the
that
worst.
is enough. You're able to make it across.
And dwarves shouldn't be doing this, but here I go.
That advantage was clutch.
I'm gonna have Meepo start to like climb on and hold on.
Nice. All right. So yeah, it's a little difficult for you, Gardain, because you still have the chainmail and everything, and you got all your gear, and your dwarven form is just not meant for swimming. It just isn't.
No,
But you managed,
not at all.
with the help of the rope, to get yourself across without drowning, even though it's a close call.
I'm way too dense for this.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. You made it. Welcome to the other base.
Okay.
I pick up Meepo and have him hold on to me, and then I wrap the rope around my arm and then swim.
Okay. I'll say that with your swimming,
I have a 30-foot swimming speed.
yeah,
It takes
you can
me more
just
than
do that.
6 seconds.
He's small, he's light, he squirms a little and almost he gets like some water in his mouth, and he's coughing it out. But you don't even need to make a check for that. You're able to carry him easily with how small he is across the river with you. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to say
All right, so you are in that middle promontory, so we get to repeat this procedure to get to the other side.
I wrap the rope around my arm and I just walk across,
Evermore this week.
click the button on the rope rod, and hand it back to Myra.
All right, so we'll assume she does that easily enough. I need another set of checks from everybody to get across to the other side.
Actually, before we leave this little island thing, do you think that
Before I
we
guess,
want to go
take a
ahead
day and trade with somebody just in case they're like, no, we can't do it.
Or
They
It's
want
only
to
like midday, I
don't want to
think.
trade the wrong
Yeah,
day.
it's still like midday-ish. Yeah.
But I'll
Yeah,
probably end up working tomorrow.
it would be useful because you can't really get snuck up on 30 feet of water, but maybe at nighttime we can come back.
Ooh, here comes the one.
Also, just as like a side note, technically speaking, rules-wise, you're not really supposed to take a long rest, more than one long rest in a 24-hour period, so you'd have to wait longer, sort of anyway. All right, so unfortunately, a 9 with the advantage.
Is
Varys,
that where you're trying to come?
even as you're
Yeah.
pulling on
So I guess we went across
the
this
knotted
onto
rope,
this island, and now we're
suddenly
going
your
across.
grip halfway through slips, and you lose your grip on it, and you start getting pulled down current. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're, dead or gonna drown or anything, but you're in a tight spot because you're in some heavy armor, you've got lots of gear, and swimming isn't necessarily your forte.
I'm gonna hand the unreacted
I'll
to the call.
I
Okay.
need to hold on to the rope. I don't need to hold on to the rope. So I'll go to a 6.
Okay. So Myra dives into the water after Varys, who is sinking like a rock with all of his weighted metal and gear. I need, let's see here. You're able to get to him easily enough, so Varys,
Strength check.
it's going to be another strength check with advantage since she's helping you to get yourself up, out, and pull yourself to the other side of the bank. You are submerged though currently, underneath the current. Okay. You are pulled another 20 feet downstream, away from your friends. Myra is holding on to you, and she is pulled with you, despite her efforts to try and pull you to the side. And you are not making progress down there. You are still submerged. We're going to try this a couple more times.
How far are they down?
They went another 20 feet down, so they're about 40 feet now away from the rest of you.
Okay.
Are you wearing a mask when we're talking to the camera?
You don't have
Yeah.
So they don't
I
get
don't.
You
fined.
get across.
But I'm
You
gonna.
didn't swim.
Everybody in the sports
I'm
world is getting
try
fined for
to
doing that.
approach the water as much as I can without leaving like a little island.
Okay, you can do that.
And if I can, I want to take my rope, my own rope, out of my explorer's pack. Pass mage hand on one end, and then move it 30 feet towards the other.
Okay. So. Alright, sure. So we didn't roll initiative timing on this. They went 20 and then 20 and then like 40. It's a little bit. I'll allow it. Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll give them. We'll say that you're able to just get it in that vicinity, so it's close to them there. We'll see what they can do on this next check here. So Varys, you now have an option. You can make a dexterity check to try and reach the rope that Dimitri just threw to you, or you can attempt another strength athletics check with the help of Myra to try and swim to the shore.
He's got a plus
fighting
3
the
in
current and
strength.
the weight of your gear.
Plus 5 athletics.
If you fail this one, you might start drowning at this point.
That's athletics. I have
Do
Very
I get to do an action as well?
Sure. What action did you want to do?
I am going to make a grab for the rope, and I'm going to stick my foot out for him to grab my foot.
Okay.
And it's a bit of a reach. So that way, hopefully, I can grab the rope, and he can grab me.
Okay, so your action then will be a dex check to grab the rope, and then it's easy enough for you to stay on your leg so long as you succeed. Yeah, 12's good enough. You're able to grab this rope that Dimitri threw out, and that he's holding onto the other end. You stick your leg out in the
Stuff like
direction
this,
of
he
Varys.
usually does. Like
Varys, go
anything
ahead and
10 or
roll
below,
your check.
or below 10, you fail. Above,
Okay.
like a D20.
All right. You're not going to drown. You're able to kind of crawl your way along the bottom of the river because of how weighted down you are by all your gear. And you're like fighting the current, and you make it to the shore, like, gasping for air on the other side, on the far bank.
Question. Because we grabbed the rope that Dimitri sent us, wouldn't it be the same bank as the island if we followed the rope?
You would be on that one, but he was like midway through there. Like the current is going to take the rope. Yeah, he didn't grab you. He instead did the other
She's
side.
trapping herself.
Oh,
Yeah, so he had the choice to do the dex check to grab you or athletics to keep going to the shore, and he did
Dex
athletics.
is a lot lower.
in this case, he wouldn't have
I
had
gotta
advantage
pee.
because I wouldn't have been helping him, right?
Right, but
That's okay. I still got an 8.
You got a cup,
he still got an 18 on his first roll.
Don't mind me.
right?
No worries, no worries. It can get a little wonky there, so
Drink
In
it.
my floundering, I didn't see your foot, so I just got myself out.
appreciate you keeping us honest. So.
Daryl, it's fine.
Since I noticed he didn't go for my foot, I'm just
That was a little
gonna say
flat.
I did assist as best as I could, and
Dr. Pepper goes flat.
It does.
Yeah, you,
It does.
I hate flat.
Dr. Pepper.
easy enough.
I might have motioned
It's so good when it's not flat. But when it's flat, it's like.
It's for
Alright. Okay. Who's next?
Well, I'll pull in my rope and then do it.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Alright, you're taking a ride too. Alright, round two.
I can't go again, and I dive and go grab him.
Okay, alright, so you dive after him. Let's get another attempt here.
Wait. What am I doing?
With advantage, because reach you underwater.
Oh, look, they're playing it again. Perfect.
Am I doing athletics again?
They're playing twice in a row.
Sure, yeah, go athletics with advantage, since she's helping you. An 11.
It's 11 enough.
We'll say
I
it's
can
enough.
grapple him and pull.
We'll say it's enough, since you're holding on to him and you've got the magical rope too. I'll say 11's enough. Alright, so you're able to pull him, and slowly together you bring him to the other side. This is a very frustrating.
I then drive back in, swim back to go get Nico.
Alright, fantastic. I love it. Has
I
Gardain
just
already
couldn't
gone?
swim.
No. Gardain is standing there watching all this and going, "You expect me to try and cross that after that? Like, you
You can
like,
do it.
I'm
Okay,
not
Oceanus.
I'm not gonna make that."
There's Oceanus, who's still here,
Yes.
and I asked him if he could take Meepo across.
He graciously nods and says, "Certainly, I can definitely
I
help
take
with
the
that."
rope, I tie it around Grenade.
What are you
grab
doing?
him
Stop it, woman.
by the back of the shirt and walk
What?
our butts
Nope.
into the water.
Let me go. Let me go. I'm staying on this island.
I am just dragging him with
You
me.
can't
I
make
am
me.
so done.
Okay.
No!
Okay. I love the role play here, by the way. I'm loving this. I
I'm
love.
so done. Get in the water.
I love the image of this sea elf barbarian dragging a dwarf towards the water.
I'm like
against
grabbing
his
like
will.
weeds and swamp weeds and stuff, trying to stay on the island. Like, no, they almost died. You can't make me.
I'm on the other shore, kind of like shouting and cheering like a cheerleader, like, you can do it!
Oh my gosh.
But
Gardain.
I just go through, and I'm not even like phased by him. He's not that heavy.
Oh man.
Let me go. You
Gardain.
can't. I am an acolyte. You can't handle me like this.
I just
Gar-
turn and glare at him, like, stop. We're going.
Gardain, if
Going.
you didn't already have inspiration, I would give it to you, but you already have it. That was awesome. I love it.
No.
Shari, you can go ahead and take it too, since I don't think you have it. I just
don't.
love it. This is a great little moment. Here's the thing, though. Based on the role play,
Fighting me.
he's
He's
fighting you.
me.
So you can only really have advantage, disadvantage. You don't get multiple instances, even if there's more than one thing contributing. And if you have both
I already know
advantage
who
and
wins.
disadvantage, it's a straight roll. So give me one strength roll, just a flat roll, to see if you can manage to drag this dwarf across with you.
Oh, I better be able to. Come on. I rolled, and now it's making me wait.
Oh, no.
Anticipation.
The suspense is killing me, people.
Come on.
It might actually literally kill me.
Yay!
You made
All
it.
right, 20. Fantastic. Yes, kicking and screaming, you pull this dwarf across the river with you using your magical rope, and you get to the other shore with a wet and soggy dwarf who is not happy with life.
Well,
I then just I let him go and then kind of pat him on the shoulder, see, it wasn't so bad.
we
And gather my rope up and tie it back on
speak
him.
of this again.
I love it. Fantastic, guys. I love it.
I just
Oceanus
smile.
and Miko make it across without any issue. Easy enough for him to carry the kobold.
Which is why I asked.
All right, you've successfully made it.
Killing
to the
you
opposite
last next
bank
time.
here.
I'll grab my rod.
Okay.
And
Easy enough.
I've made the rope come back.
Okay.
And it's now attached back to my person.
I'm like,
Because that rope has saved our butts multiple times. It's the
Maybe
best Christmas gift on the planet.
I shouldn't have given you something so useful. No, just kidding. I'm glad you're getting some good use out of it. I love it. It's a cool item, and you can do a lot of creative stuff with it. So, cool.
I don't think we would have passed the Citadel very well if we didn't have that rope.
Yeah, maybe.
It saved our butts a couple times.
All right, so you guys find yourself on the opposite end here. You can more clearly see that opening in the side of this rocky outcropping here, this large cave. You can kind of see that the trail here sort of diverges. It looks like the trail kind of leads towards that dark cave and cavern, while another portion of it seems to lead up this way along the coast.
Can I, of all the things I'm going to say, can I check for tracks?
Yeah, definitely. Roll a nature survival check here.
16.
You can tell that this path has been used quite a bit. With a 16, I'll say that it's enough given your interactions on the ship with lizard folk. Yeah, you can see that these would probably be lizard folk tracks.
Heavy
been coming and going.
lizard folking? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Lots of lizard folking, as you put it. I love it.
Lizard folking, I like it.
We're gonna get our lizard folk on today. But yes, you can tell that this is frequently used. Some of the tracks are older, some of them are new and fairly fresh. You figure that this is used quite frequently by the lizard folk.
He hides in rooms and stuff. The beanbaggy thing. Yeah. Sorry, I just got back. What happened? What are we doing?
Ashari just checked for tracks and has determined that there's definitely been some lizard folk along this trail in the area.
I'm just standing there like wringing clothes out and giving Ashari angry eyes.
I'm just smiling back at him.
I'm just gonna start following the tracks.
All right. You'll take the
Stealthily?
lead then.
Maybe I won't take.
What?
Yeah,
Why don't
Nobody wants to
here,
take the
I
lead
guess,
now.
to kind of jump ahead.
here?
So this is kind of a trail where the dotted line
What?
is, and that's where the tracks are following, all these lizard folk tracks. It looks like this trail was basically created by them.
Right.
You follow them to this point.
Like all my armor's worthless
where it kind
now.
of seems to diverge into two trails, one leading up this way towards the coast.
We usually go till
and
10.
one that seems to head towards the rocky outcropping and what looks like this cave opening here. So this is where you're at now.
Do we see heavier traffic one way or the other?
Not really. It seems roughly equal from what you can tell.
Personally, being a sea elf, I would rather be headed towards the sea than away from it, but that's just me.
From here, could we see any activity around this cave entrance?
Give me another perception check. Now that you're at this sort of crossroads here.
Natural 20.
Hey.
So 22.
So it gets really dark there. You're not seeing any lizard folk with your natural 20.
There's a cave over there? What?
Yeah, so you can kind of see
you don't even know what you're looking at.
large cave opening right here where I'm pinging, but you don't see any movement. You're not seeing any actual lizard folk at this moment. And
Do
it
we
is
want to
too
check
dark.
out the cave?
I think we need
Or do
to
we want
at
to
least.
go around the corner?
I think we need to at least scout around the area to see, like, not necessarily right up to the cave, but like right up to the area, like around here. Scout around, see, you know, what we can find. That's my input.
So maybe we can go down this trail down here and like get around to this like area and just see more, because that'll be a straighter shot to that cave.
Okay.
You want to do that, guys?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I still want to follow the ocean, but that's okay. I'll follow you guys.
First, you wanted to stay away from the ocean. Now you want to follow it.
Huh? No, I said I wanted to stay close to the ocean.
So did you want to get to about right here? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys cautiously, sort of slowly follow this trail towards the cave entrance. And when you get to about here, you're roughly 250, maybe 300 feet away from this cave opening here. It's pretty dark inside the cave. You could make another perception check if you want, but I've had you roll a ton already. I'll just say that it's dark enough and you're far enough away that you can't really see very well into there.
I was trying to see like if there's any to the outside of the cave, because sometimes there's people out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
not seeing any direct activity around this cave entrance at the moment.
Okay. So do we want to go towards the cave, or do we want to go back and see around the edge of where the ocean lies?
It's probably gonna be too dark that direction as well, so I say we just head to the cave. But
Well, it's only mid-afternoon. The cave's just dark because it's dark in a cave.
Oh, okay, then I misheard.
Caves
that.
are dark.
Sorry.
Caves are dark.
I'm always down to go where the darkness is. As a being of the dark myself.
Are you approaching the cave entrance then?
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sure.
You guys cautiously make your way towards this cave entrance. And as you get there, the cave entrance yawns 30 feet wide and
Speak
50
friend
feet
and enter.
high. The marshy
Melon.
ground. Are you stepping in?
I'm gonna take a rock. Right?
Okay.
It's gonna be multiple actions. I'm
We're
gonna take
stand on
like
the
a
edge of the
pebble
cave.
off the ground, cast light on it, and then I'm gonna put it in my mage hand and send it out 30 feet.
Okay. So into the darkness, it lights up the room, this shining little pebble here. The marshy ground, you can kind of see as the light illuminates, turns to mud near the cave. And you can see in the mud heading into the darkness here tracks, not just from lizard folk, but from large creatures that seem to pass in and out. Inside the cave, the floor consists of thick mud. And it's this large, sort of, kind of roundish, muddy area. And beyond it, further in, you can barely make out with the light of your spell, sort of a far rocky cave wall on the far side. It looks pretty big from here at the entrance. You guess that the height of the actual inside of the cave here is probably about 40 feet. And at the far side of the cave, looks like there's some kind of narrow stone pathway that's connecting two arched entrances that lead deeper into the hillside. In the northeast corner of the cave, and on the other side, the southeast corner. But in between you and there is this large, muddy expanse of wet, watery mud. As your little light glows there.
So I would say we just kind of lay low and watch the cave entrance for a while to see what comes and goes.
I would, yeah. I We should set up a base of operations somewhere
Like maybe
nearby
kind
before
of
we
to the
go out
side
storming the
over
gates.
here.
It looks like a lot of exploration, so we should definitely set up
Because
a
we're not here to
checkpoint.
fight. We're here to gather information. So I would say we just kind of go to the side and watch the entrance for a while, and keep track of the comings and goings.
How far away is that?
Like this far little inlet here.
Yeah, where
Is
you
what you're
pointed
talking
to.
about? So from the cave entrance to here is roughly 100 feet.
Is there like
A
stuff
little
to
more.
like hide behind, like some brush or something?
This like it's like the rest of the marsh around here. There are some trees here and there, clusters, but not in this particular area. It's more low bushes and tall grasses in the marshy water.
If we came
So
over here, what's like? If I look over here, like what's there?
So it is kind of like a little bit of rock shooting out from the side here. Like if you were to get right in this little bit here and hug the wall, you could probably obscure vision from the cave entrance. Is that if that's what you're going for? But it is just like a large bit of this rock promontory that reaches up onto this, you know.
Are there any other like cave entrances? Like
Give me an
little like
investigation.
inlets.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. 19. I rolled hot today.
Yeah, you really are. It doesn't look like it. As you search this sort of area here, you're not really seeing any other entrances besides this.
There's just not really
big
any
one.
place to like hide unless we want to like try to climb up.
well, he said if we wanted to hide behind this little inlet, it would obscure us from the entrance to the cave.
Yeah, but we'd all have to stand single file and like press our backs against the wall and don't breathe.
So I can actually. So since you've put your little light into that cave there, Dimitri, I can actually give you a better visual of what you're seeing in there, if you'd like.
Okay.
So let me go ahead. I'm going to reveal a portion of the
Do we
map.
get to see a map?
You do. It's on the same map, but here's kind of what you make out and can see using your little light spell.
I can also see in the dark.
So over to the far left is where I've revealed. I'm pinging in the spot. This is kind of the entrance, this large cave entrance, and this is sort of the marshy, muddy, mucky bit, and this is kind of the trail leading to arched passageways in either direction here.
Are you showing this on the map?
Yes, on
It's
the
up in
far
the
left.
top left corner.
Yeah, far left from where I had you guys situated, but it is the same
Gotcha.
map.
I'm not seeing any of that.
I'm not
Hi.
really.
So go
Zoom
to the
out.
little zoom thing, zoom out all the way, and you should be able to see it on the far left.
Yeah, so as the far left and the top, I just see our token.
Oh, go halfway down. Sorry, I thought it was up at the top because my scroller thing stopped.
Okay,
So
ping it again.
zoom all the way out, and then you should be able to see where I'm pinging on the far, far left.
Ping.
Nope.
I'm not seeing any pinging going on.
Yeah, the
So-
farthest left I can see is our characters. Everything left of that is just black. And it's
No,
black.
not.
Keep
You
going to the
go
left.
through the
Keep going
black.
to the
Keep
left.
going
All
left.
the way to the back.
Oh, I'm
Scroll
muted.
all the
All
way
the way
to
to
the
Sitting
the
here
black.
black.
talking.
All the way to
Into
the
the
black.
black. Into the black.
Can you hear me now?
Excellent. Thanks.
So this page has two maps. It has the actual map of the inside of this place and the map that I showed you earlier, which is the river and the larger picture of the rocky promontory.
Gotcha.
So over here, this is a portion of inside the map, and this is the entrance to the cave. And you can kind of see this big, muddy, watery
I
sort of
hate it how it does
expanse,
that.
and then that trail that I described to you, Dimitri.
Cool.
I just have a
The
feeling if we
archway.
just like walk in and get going, we're gonna end up in a fight. So bad.
But we're not
I
here
smelled
to fight.
You're
dungeon,
fight
which
prone.
spells traps, which
Oh,
spells like
Death.
poisonous snakes and.
I definitely think we should just watch the entrance for a while. Find
Yeah,
somewhere to
it's a
watch the
recon
entrance.
mission. Let's do Gardane's
Yeah.
idea and watch it for a bit.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
ready to just go explore it, but okay.
You may be.
I'm gonna go for a stroll on the beach.
Some of us took a
As
couple
we
hits.
were,
Varys,
As we
are
were
you
walking-
doing that?
as we were walking
Yeah, I'll
past this
do
like
it.
area over here, did we see anything like we could possibly hide behind? Like any type, like anything than sparse trees.
We were just
So there are some trees here and there. Nothing.
Nothing to hide behind.
I mean, you could, but like, they're just a tree or two here and there. It's not like a thick
Yeah.
forest.
It's not like
We could try to use the immovable rod, some branches, and like swamp them up to make a camouflage, like a little canvas in front of us.
There's
It's just
plenty
like
of
a flat field with like 2 trees and then like this big blob of like tree branches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be a little too noticeable.
So
We can always
Varys.
go around and check out the rest. Like, if Varys is walking away.
Yeah, Varys is
second,
kind of
Varys.
broken away from the group and is headed
If
towards.
we're going to the beach, then let's walk around
Let's
a little
walk
bit and
there.
see what's.
And we can go and see what, like, we can go with Varys and, like, check out that side, too. Because we now
It's not
know
ready
there's
yet.
nothing really to hide.
I still want to go see over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
I'm down.
follow Varys.
Ocean on one side gives us a little bit of security, so
So,
I'm down
Varys-
to
Well,
walk
that
around.
and 3 of us can jump into the water.
So Varys has kind of gone off on his own, a little bit separated from the rest of you, unless you guys are trying to follow after him as he gets going.
Yeah,
Varys
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
Varys, you forgot about me.
So Varys, as you're walking down this road, and again, scale isn't quite perfect here, but give me a perception check as you're headed down this direction.
acid goo.
Hold on.
No, it was just there. Like a mindless. Yep, waiting for the hapless dwarf.
12. Okay. So I think a 12 is enough because they're not really trying to hide themselves. You can see in the distance, maybe 300-400 feet away, walking down the trail in your direction, what appears to be several lizard folk brandishing shields and clubs.
Run away!
You imagine this is a patrol of some kind headed in your direction.
Say that again. I was ignoring a phone call. People are coming my direction, a couple 100 feet ahead of us.
What is
Yeah,
it?
it looks
Lizard
like
folk.
some. It looks like
They're
some
about to
lizard
stab
folk
you.
with shields
I don't
and
know what
clubs.
that is.
You don't know if they've spotted you yet. They're still, like I said, a good 300, maybe 400 feet away from you. But they appear to be following the same trail that you are currently on, headed in your direction.
Do we want to slink back behind this thing and hide?
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna get off the path and hide over here and I see everybody else.
All right. So
If I see everybody else, I want to try and motion them to get off the road. Like,
South over this way.
all right. So you guys are gonna hug against the rocks and
Yeah,
try
on
and
that
lie
curve.
low amongst the bushes and trees.
Sounds good.
yeah.
I'm
I'm going-
merge myself.
Whatever, I'm over here
I'm
still.
Okay.
going to. That's smart.
Go hide
So
in the water.
Myra jumps into the river on the other side, dashes
I'm
off.
gonna have my sword out just in case.
Huh?
Okay.
Nope.
Gardane, are you
You know
with the
this
group?
isn't gonna
Did you,
end
did you stay behind Gardane, or are you with the group?
I didn't really notice they were leaving, so I guess I'm staying behind.
All right, so you and Meepo and your little pseudo dragon
Oceanus.
are hanging out way over here.
Where's
Uh,
Oceanus?
Oceanus is with Meepo and them as well. Okay.
Alright.
Yes.
But the rest of you over here, again, the scale is a little wonky. You're pretty far away from Gardane and them at this point, following this
Yeah.
other trail. But you lie low against the rocks and try to hide amongst the grass and the trees and things. I'm gonna need some stealth checks to see how well you can
I'll keep
hide
it right there, I
yourselves and
guess.
avoid being heard from the side of the road. Myra, since you dove into the water, yours will be with advantage.
Woo.
just because, yeah.
I did not succeed.
Okay, so that's an 8. That's a 13.
Okay, nice.
Wow.
Stealth.
Okay.
Go,
Natural
David! Go,
19.
Varys! Go!
chameleon.
So I don't mean to rain on your parade a little bit here. I
Just as
believe
they're all
you're
together.
wearing armor that gives you disadvantage on stealth checks, though. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Dang it.
What kind of
If it's heavy armor, then probably.
what kind of armor do you wear? It should be on your sheet there.
The cool kind.
So, you have an 8 too.
Is it
It's-
chain?
Is it chainmail or is it
It
plate mail?
is. I don't know. Where is it?
It'll be under inventory.
He painted a camouflage pattern on it, though,
That helps.
so it
Always
doesn't
helps.
impose disadvantage.
Of course.
Yeah, disadvantage to stealth.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you've got
We did not
chainmail
succeed in
on.
our stealth at all.
Disadvantage.
We think we're hidden, but we're not.
Dang
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Myra succeeded.
Yeah.
Nice. Maybe she can sneak up behind them with garden shears.
We're not here to fight, though. We're not supposed to fight them.
Or burning hands, who knows.
Yeah. Okay. So that's an 8, an 8, and a 19 for Myra. So she's pretty well hidden. A 13 though, for Dimitri Dark. Okay. So you guys lie in wait. You don't know how well you did on your stealth, but you think you're hidden. As this patrol of several lizard folk, there's about 4 of them there. One of them appears to be a little bit bigger. His weapons and armor seem to be a little bit nicer. You figure he's probably the patrol leader. As they come walking around, searching, looks like they're doing a normal patrol from what you can tell here. So based on your stealth now, I'm going to have them roll perception to see
It's
if
also
they
2
notice
minutes from
you.
10 o'clock.
It is.
Just so
Nat
you know.
ones all around, please.
It is.
Just so you
Is any
know.
of this foliage, lightly dimmed foliage?
They rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Stupid
We
lizards.
are seen! That's
All right.
They are lizard folk. If you don't move, they can't see you.
Man.
We're so really still.
They're not T-Rexes, okay?
We're
All
just
right.
up against the wall, just like frozen, and they're not like.
Now I could roll individual checks for all of them and see if one of them. No, I'll just the leader rolls, and that's what we'll go with. Man, that sucks.
really wanting to attack us.
I really wanted them to see you guys. Okay, so yeah, they walk past you without noticing, despite your botched stealth attempts. They seem a little distracted. Maybe something flies overhead, a couple birds or something, and you see the leader and another one kind of pull out slings and try to shoot down a passing bird as some potential food, but they miss. And as a result, they walk right past your hiding place and continue on along the road here, headed towards the river, and they look like they're doing a patrol down along the river. And they don't seem to notice you guys.
Let's jump them. Next.
And since it is 10 o'clock, we will go ahead and we'll call it there. We'll pick up next time
stuff.
at this point where you guys are hiding and sort of scoping out the lizard folk lair, and we'll see what you guys decide to do next. So
Nice.
that was fun. I had a good time. I hope you guys did too.
I had a good time.
The bullywugs
So-
were fun. I enjoyed running them. That was a good time. So
Experience!
So let's talk about level
experience. Let's talk about experience. Okay. Also note, as far as gaining a level, gonna need a long rest to actually get that. But yeah, we'll get to your experience points here. And let's see how many you actually get. Let's see. Where did I...
That's the level up noise. Yeah. Unlimited power.
All right. Okay, so let's do some math here real quick. So
Yeah, exactly. How much do we need to level up? That's what
Quick
we
maps. We have to get to 2,700 for level 4.
need. Yeah, we're not gonna get that
I'm
much.
a ways
Sure we
off.
are. We killed a king. And the big boy.
That's like
It's worth something.
600 per person.
Yeah.
okay,
Me and
so
Barris
What
only
do we
need
need, 2,700?
467.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm still like
XP is
1,500 off.
465. Oh,
I've seen that happen. Where you only need 2 more XP to level up.
2 more. I think
Sometime-
I think like level 2 or 3 in this campaign, I was like 10 away for a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like so close.
well, you
Well,
might get there. We'll
if you-
see.
If you kill boars, they give 2 experience each, and if you just kill hundreds of boars,
Just kill every docile animal in the swamp here.
have you seen that South Park episode
No.
where they have to kill the guy with no life in World of Warcraft, and the only way to level is to kill boars for experience?
I love that meme though, where it's like level 1 quest, kill boars. Level 50 quest, kill wild boars. Level 100 quest, kill void boars. You're just always killing boars.
Okay, so you guys killed 9 bullywugs, a bullywug croaker,
Bullywuggy.
a bullywug royal, the king, and a giant frog, for a total of 1,800 experience points, divided by 6 of you, because Meepo helped.
like 300.
That's 300 experience points each.
300?
300. Did that get you over? How
No.
much did you need?
No way.
Nope.
I need 550.
467.
All right.
I still need 1,200.
To get to 2,700?
Yeah, I was at 2233. So now I'm at 2533.
Okay. To get to level 4, I believe you need to reach level 4,
700.
2,700.
Need 250 more.
All right. Okay. I imagine you'll get there by the end of this adventure. Should
Cool.
get there, I imagine.
So, but I think something's wrong with my experience points.
Really?
You joined later.
No, I think what's wrong is that originally I had it as 1,697 experience points. And I was like, oh, chances are that I didn't like add the 900 for being at level 3 when I started. But if I add that, then that puts me at like 2,597. And if I get 300 more, then that puts me at 2,897. And then that somehow makes me like ahead of everyone, which is definitely
Yeah, that
not
doesn't make
right
sense.
either.
So
You should be right there with Colby.
Yeah, you should be right around with Colby. Just for simplicity's sake, we'll just say that you got the same amount of experience as him. Colby, how many do you have?
2450.
So put that for your current experience, 2450. Okay. It isn't 100% accurate since you joined a couple sessions after him, but like it's close enough.
2 hit
I'll,
dice.
I'll
You
put
know,
myself
probably
at
would've died
2,400.
If I didn't.
Just 'cause, yeah,
You're at 3 now?
I
I have
think
3 life left.
level with him either, so.
I thought you were at like 11 or something.
Yeah.
And then the acid.
Well, good job, guys. That was really fun. I had a good time tonight. I hope you guys did too. Let's talk about our next game when we're going to play. We have the holiday
Huh?
coming up. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing we don't want to play on the 26th, the day after Christmas.
Yep.
So, do we want to plan for January 2nd, the day after New Year's? Or do we want to look at a different day? What do you guys think?
I'll be here.
I'm pretty much good with any day, so.
Should we plan on the 2nd then? January 2nd?
And then it's my
Yeah.
And then it's my birthday
Cool.
after that.
All right. We will plan
January
on that then.
6th.
January 2nd at 7 o'clock as per usual. And you guys can delve into the lair of the lizard folk.
Ooh.
Sounds awesome.
See what happens there. Okay. Cool, guys. Thanks so much for playing. Have a good one.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
Matt.
Yep. See you guys around. Have good holidays.
Matt,
Sure.
can we look at my sheet for a second?
Yeah, sure. I
Just
can
real
stay up with
quick.
you here. Yeah, let's take a look. What's up?
I don't think I'm getting the +1 on my sword attack with the magical weapon. Because I have like this longsword +1 that has 5 to its attack, and then the longsword that I'm using only has +4. And +4 is what I normally get. And I'm not sure how to fix that because we had a hard time just getting this stupid sword on there. So I don't know what's
Right.
wrong with my swords. Because
Okay.
I don't have 2 swords. I only have the long sword, but I have 3 long sword slots.
All right. So just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to delete the 2 long swords here. In fact, I'm going to delete the longsword +1, and then we're going to just try and add it
I don't
again.
think we need to be in this one.
What happens that time? And if we need to add another thing, we'll work through
Yeah,
this.
I don't know, because it only gave me like a 2-handed option the first time I put the sword in, so I really don't know what's going on.
All right, so here we go. I got a longsword +1. We're going to drag this onto your sheet. Hey!
There we go.
Now we have a 2-handed.
And I'm going to delete all this extra equipment now, because I have like 2 longswords +1 and a longsword. There we go. There we go.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm like, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that sorted out. So.
And I just noticed it, so like,
No problem.
we're good.
Cool.
All right, y'all have a good holiday.
You too.
You
Take
too.
care. Merry Christmas.